Okay, so welcome to session number 76, or season 5, episode 3. So our characters are all still fairly new, level 5, still squeaky at that level, getting used to it. Having access to 3rd level spells and I'm sure a lot of other nifty features as well. So online today we have Em, if she wants to get in first before she has to dash off and do stuff.
Yep, that's alright. I just have to find my mute button. I am Juza. I am your friendly Shoanti orc who has Poppy and Giant, who have unfortunately had a bit of a mishap in the last couple of days. I have, and I can't check the screen right now. I dropped my phone, of course. How many days? I can't see.
You have 139 days.
I have 139 days left, and Juza is angry. You have not seen Juza this angry in a very, very long time.
Angry at the limited number of days?
No, angry at the god who has hurt his puppies. And, was hoping to make a big show of, calling his god in revenge, or trying to get revenge for him, for the god hurting his animals, but we'll see.
We shall see. Which then brings us to next one online, which will be Victor. Hey Victor, are you still on mute?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
I am Victor. I'm from Brazil, and I play Luna of Libra. She's a Shanti Oracle, and she's super curious and dangerous. So,
And currently hairless.
Friends. What?
And currently hairless.
Yeah. She likes to help her party, to do things, and in return, she learns new things.
And she has discovered that one of the other party members has the medallion that she used to carry around in her hand around his neck, and everyone else can see that medallion.
Oh yeah, but that was pretty good because that thing was spooky, and that thing had was in her hand for like a year and so.
Mm-hmm. It was in there for quite a long time. Then that brings us to Jeremy.
Yes, good evening all. I'm playing Cordar, the currently half-human, trying to re-establish or regain his elven heritage. Would-be hero, brought up in Sandpoint, trying hard to live up to what he believes is the ideals of the Pathfinder Society, although recognising that possibly the styles of the Pathfinders are a bit exaggerated, possibly, a bit polished as to what the reality is. However, that just makes it all the more important that he put the effort in to ensure that the Pathfinder is what it should be.
Well, he would also realise he hasn't actually reached what they call Pathfinder rank yet.
Mm-hmm.
So most of those he has interacted with who weren't busily doing instruction weren't Pathfinders.
Yes, but okay. Still giving the Pathfinder Society a bad name in his eyes, anyway. But yeah, so at this stage, okay, trying hard to be the hero that he thinks everyone should attempt to be. And also become an elf again.
Hey, he might go full elf this time.
Will do.
And then that brings us to Mark.
Thank you, mate. I'm playing Sparky, the now naked, careless female dwarf rogue. I still getting used to this hairless situation, but I am Just trying to understand that not everything's going to be kept in my beard anymore because I have no beard, so I might have to have some extra food occasionally. So. And beer doesn't taste the same anymore. It worries me.
Yeah, beer gone is not the best result for a dwarf. Okay, so we are currently traversing into the Thistletop Thassilonian dungeons, having travelled there to deal with a demon and finish a problem plaguing the region.
As opposed to a devil. Who's Dooza's personal demon.
Hey, the devil's in the detail, as they say.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently this demon has been causing problems across the region of Sandpoint for quite a while. So it's the Sandpoint demon by some people's terminology, which I'm sure is different completely to the Sandpoint devil. I'm sure they're not related whatsoever.
Well, obviously not. At least not that anyone who understands demons and devils would think, but they recognise that, well, actually, not necessarily everyone knows the true definitions.
And then to muddy the
The
water,
layman can get them confused.
and to muddy the waters, you have the fiends of sin also coming into the picture. You're not sure if they're demonic or devil or something in between. They may actually be the bridge between devil and demon, a little bit of each. And you have met a couple of them.
Yes, we've certainly come across some seed spawn here and there.
Okay, with that in mind, you had travelled deep into the interior of Thistletop, having found the place where the party managed to survive entrapment. And amusingly, none of the people who are currently online, except for M, who stepped away for the moment, was in that encounter.
Yes. Which is one of the things that Core I find most frustrating, talking to these people. Hey, you've been here before. What are we expecting?
And from their perspective, to be caught, brutalized, and then to brutalize your brutalizers. Definitely not the Pathfinder way you were talking about earlier.
No.
So, in this, you managed to find the shrine to Lamastu, one of her actual temples. She doesn't have many physical temples like that. Normally it's just an altar here and there.
So we seem to have come across way too many of them recently.
I
Well,
agree 100% on this one.
you've come across altars dedicated to Lamastu. This is the first time you've come across what appears to be a temple dedicated to Lamastu, which is far more sinister in that aspect, and also something probably showcasing why you ended up with zombie wolves in the end. Well, you can't really describe Dooza's pets as anything but zombie pets, with the way you can see their insides with the damage that they've got visible on them.
You mean they don't always look like that?
I think even Korda would notice the difference. But it is a well-known mark of Lamastu that you can be given grievous wounds that have healed over, but the wound is still there. So we ended last session with you pulling the party from the proverbial temple. And shutting the doors and everyone looking at each other going, what next, sort of thing.
Because again, our forward scouts have not actually provided appropriate recon.
The forward scouts had not gone past the temple doors. And of the people who came down with your forward scouts, none of your forward scouts had actually gone into the temple.
Not good enough from Cordar's perspective.
How badly were you hurt? I just remember how badly we were hurt last time.
Pretty badly. Sparky had 12 hit points.
Just what okay.
Everyone else got healed up as far as I can tell.
Okay.
So I haven't got any damage marked on Cordar at the present time. Have we got a map of the area that we're looking at?
I can. Let me give
Because again, that becomes a good mnemonic or good memory trigger for me to think, oh yes, okay, now I know where we are.
I will try to see if I've got it available. Let's see. I have something called interactive maps. Let's see if that actually is interactive.
Sounds dangerous.
Well, half the time the interactive maps aren't the maps you're going through. No, it's actually this one, so that's not too bad. Now let's see if it actually has the map you're doing. It does have the map you're doing.
Whoa.
And it can even take away things you're not supposed to see. Fancy.
That must be the interactive part.
Yep. Okay. So let's see if I can give you a better view so you can actually see this one. How's that looking for you?
Okay, yep. Now I'm remembering the temple sign, yep.
So D12, look at the size of it compared to every other room there. It is the biggest thing in that level.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't a small temple.
No.
And as an
okay,
example,
so we're
upper
actually
level.
just outside that location.
So that was what the upper level looked like.
Yeah.
Though I should take.
Although when we saw it was all rubble, wasn't it? Effectively, it had been demolished.
It had mostly been demolished.
Because we found, because we had to find effectively one place that was still somewhat upright to find a passage underneath it, from memory.
That is correct, because C24 was where you found the treasure, and you went down number 2.
Right, okay.
Which is actually quite amusing, because there were stairs next to number 1, but no one really wanted to look there too closely after the traps.
Well, that was more a dwarf issue. Okay, D12. Oh, I see D12 is the temple. And then we're outside that. In that corridor, it goes both ways, is that correct?
You're in that square that is where the corridors all mix and the 2 double doors. You had Cordar listening at D7 and D13. You came in via D1. You examined the corridor to D6. You looked in D3, found the what appeared to be a torture room for goblin children. Looked in the corridor between D3 and D2. Looked at D2. Looked at the corridor to D9, and then went up into D12. So you haven't actually been in anything other than D1 and D12 yet.
That's right, yes, okay. But I think we did, or Cordo could work out that we opened the door in D1 that led to that short corridor towards D9, didn't we?
You did, but you didn't go down the
We-
corridor.
Yeah, we didn't go down the passageway, we just saw it there.
So you looked at the corridor to D9, the corridor to the D4s, and the corridor to D6, but you never actually took a step into those corridors.
No, that's right. But when Cordar was up near the altar end of the temple and saw the door to the south in the temple, you figured that it probably led to the same area as that corridor from D1. Yeah.
You had been told there was a connection by your scout that's not here anymore.
Right, okay, yeah.
So that quest was the only one who made it into the temple.
Yeah.
You also carried the permanent scar of disfiguring his arm with a knife.
Like you do.
Well, he made an offering, and it was accepted.
Mm. So current state of the party. So Sparky's not feeling very well.
Yeah.
The
Harry
dogs
has
have
damage.
The dogs have become zombies. Because trying to think now, did we have a situation where if the dogs started attacking us, or no, we killed something that we thought was enemy, but it turned out to be the dogs or something?
That's correct.
Right. And that's right, yes, because Cordar tried to kill a humanoid in there that turned out to be Quest or something, wasn't it?
Parry.
Parry, yeah, okay.
Because Parry was playing a joke.
Yes, that's right.
And as far as you were concerned, he deserved to be hit.
It was so funny.
Now, Mark, did I try to get myself last session?
You did.
Yeah, cool. I thought I
Because you spent 10 minutes doing a heal.
Which is why Cordar was down the corridor listening at the, what was it, D7, D8, I think that eastern corridor.
Well, you had 300 actions to do while he healed himself.
Yeah.
a fair call. It's a fair call.
Well, that is because it's 10 minutes to do the heal. Each minute is 10 rounds, and each round has 3 actions.
Yep.
No, that's fair enough. I kind of did a heal. I heal myself.
Oh, no. That's right. The point was that, taking 10 minutes to rest up is certainly not a bad thing at the moment in time, but it meant that, Paul and I basically taken a position in at least one of the directions where we hadn't been investigated, hadn't seen yet, so that therefore, if anything happened or came to us while we were doing the 10 minutes, then at least he'd be able to cover that direction. So.
Now, I think you heard from both ends of the corridors.
And I hadn't heard anything at either the door for D13 or D78.
You didn't hear anything on D13. I believe you heard something on D7, but you weren't sure because people were talking over you at the time.
Okay.
You just assumed there was nothing there because of the bad roll.
I'll do that, yep. Or at least nothing that making noise.
Nothing that was louder than the party.
Based on what we've seen so far, we haven't actually seen any enemies down here yet, have we?
You haven't.
Because the only fight we've had is turned out apparently to be Parry and the dogs. Is that right?
Yep, that's correct. The only fight you've had on this island besides the traps. And that one trapped room was a lot of fun on my side.
Which was the trap room again?
The one with the chest.
Yeah, the one that Sparky had a lot of fun with.
The one that Sparky set off nearly every trap along the way, and then Dooza set off the last one.
Yeah.
I remember now.
That's how we check traps in our party.
Yeah, well, apparently it's effective.
Well, they didn't die, so it was effective.
I think so.
Just be glad the Temple of Lamashlu wasn't so trapped.
I'm glad we understand it, so I'm quite content now. So we have been in the big one down bottom. Oh, sorry.
D1, D12, and D11 are the ones you've been in.
So, in that case then, when people have rested up, recovered, caught their breath, Cordar will be indicating ready to move on, as he's aiming to go through the door that he happens to be standing beside at the D7-8 door.
It was D13 was where you finished the session.
Oh, was it? Okay.
But you can move to whichever one you wish to.
D13's fine. I mean, so from what he understood of the, from what he heard, there was no distinction between the two of them, and considering what the advanced scouts have provided for the area, again, there's no distinction between the two of them.
Okay, so you open the door?
If the others are ready to go, cool. He will point out and remind some of the characters that, part of door opening procedures is have your weapons, etc. ready. Because one thing that happened at the temple fight was people saying, "Oh, I better get my weapons out." You have to use actions up prior to actually combat. So.
You can wander around with such things as a crossbow readied, but you need to have your hands to steady it. So you can't say then...
Okay, now crossbow, I'm quite happy. But it's things like melee weapons.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not the one opening the door, there's no reason why you shouldn't have them ready to go.
I have a crossbow ready. That's the... But not my new crossbow, the old crossbow. Yeah. I've got limited ammo with the new one.
So which means that yes, if we're ready, then Cordar will be sheathing his sword because he's got his shield in the other hand. If no one else can open the door, he will go and pull or push the door to room
D.
what was it, 11?
D13.
13.
Okay, so yes, you're in 11.
Yep, so 13.
Okay, as you pull the door open, it has an awful smell coming from that room. So I'm going to have Corda do a fortitude saving throw.
Yep. A natural one to start the night. So total of 11. Downgraded.
So 11 downgraded. You are sickened.
Marvellous.
That's okay. Sickened doesn't last a terrible long time. Only while you're in that room and within smell-o-vision of that room.
Well, and probably an extra little while because it was a critical failure. Well, I don't know if it's a critical failure, but...
Well, it's not a critical failure. Critical failure would require you to have failed the actual roll.
Yep.
For it to be a critical failure.
Yep.
So that's something nice on your side.
Indeed. Good rule. I just forget the fact that I was looking at his saving throws and thought, hang on, his reflex is actually better than his forward for a fighter. And then realised, oh yes, that's because his constitution's not actually all that great. It's better now that he's mostly human, but...
And then when it becomes more elven again, it gets worse.
Indeed.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, so he's coughing and spluttering.
So just for your...
Others will probably look in the room first.
So to remind everyone, the sicking condition means you have a penalty to all your checks and DCs, and you can't ingest anything, including potions.
Yeah.
And because this is an area sickened, not a effect sickened, he can't throw up to get rid of it.
Yeah. And yeah, I was just trying to think, chicken sounds familiar, and then realised, oh, that's right. That's what he's likely to get whenever he tries to give something away.
And you realise that the room has its walls painted, but it's been painted with offal and feces. And Sparky behind you does not need to make a check.
Offal and feces. Okay.
Well,
Sparky can't detect anything different in the room.
he's got no sense of smell.
No, that's right. You don't know the smell. Get there.
I didn't. That was why I mentioned it early on.
No, you did. You did. Yeah, I did. Didn't pick up.
There are boons and curses to most things.
If that's the case, if I can't say anything, I'll look at Cordo Strange. I don't know what he's going on about.
And okay, so Cordo basically and backed away from the door, like he's headed back down towards the 11.
I'll have a quick perception check of the room, see if I can see anything else, except for I'm looking for everything anyway. So
yep.
No, it's better than a 1. It's only 2 better than a 1, Jeremy.
We're on a roll tonight.
Yeah, that actually is a 17, which is not too bad still, but could be much better if I roll a bit higher, over the 10s.
So what was your total perception then?
17, thank you.
17. Well, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Looking around, you see what appear to be caveman-like paintings on the walls here. They show goblins engaged in some sort of violence against humans, horses, or dogs. At least you think it's violence, hard to tell with goblins. One picture on the north wall is at least 3 times the size and complexity of the other drawings. This shows Thistletop from the side, the goblin stockade perched atop it like a crown. A cave has been drawn in the centre of the image, and looming inside appears to be an immense muscular goblin with snake-like eyes and a goblin dog slicer in each tail and hand.
So to me it looks like it's a leader of some sort.
And if it's to scale, it makes the person look to be about 30 feet tall.
Okay. I think we found somebody that might be an issue down here, but yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay. And nothing else interested in the room, just purely just a lot of feces and stuff like that, I assume?
Well, it just looks like paintings on there to you. You've got no smell to indicate otherwise.
Okay.
Well, presumably though there's a lot of browns.
Browns, various shades of red and green, a few purples here and there.
Okay. I'll relay that back out to Cordo while he's trying to recover himself.
Very muted colours.
Yeah. Well, I can explain what I see and what it looks like, and it looks like goblins were painting, I'm going to put it, their history here, and it looks like there is a big goblin of some sort that with 2 dog slices that potentially might be their leader, which I'm unsure, and I look at both, I suppose, our previous members that are here before.
Well, you did hear that there was a goblin king who lived on top of in the fort on top.
Okay. And I'll ask dudes again. Did you guys kill any goblin king when you were here last time?
I did not kill any goblin king last time they were here, but that was, unless Duzo wants to make up a story about killing one, that was what was passed through from the Pathfinders in the journals you got to look at.
Okay.
They just rescued a bunch of people from D9.
Okay. Well, it's the case then. Yeah. I just say, look, we might have to deal with this Goblin King if he's still alive. I just don't know where that person might be. They might have passed. We don't know. But let's prepare for the worst, I say. So, and there's a door going out to the west. Is that correct?
There is a door that heads to the west from that room.
Can I?
It did
Can I-
look as if there were prints leading from both doors.
With the prints on the door, the west, is anything particular with the prints at all? Or?
It looks like people came and went from the corridor there and crossed this room.
Okay. Can I do a bit of a listen at this room?
Mm-hmm.
And just see if I hear anything going down that direction, kind of thing, with a perception check?
Sure. There's nothing wrong with the paint on the door.
Oh. No, I'm just going to listen Oh, hang on. Don't want to listen that close to the door, but yeah, listen, you know what I mean, man. I thought, when you said that, I'm going, yes, I have feces on my ear. But there you go. No, that's a 24 for that one, man. So.
Okay. Keeping a bit away from the door for no apparent reason. No, you don't hear anything coming from the corridor behind it.
Okay. I tell Core, it sounds clear. Do you want to come through with the rest of everyone?
So Corder will basically move back up there, holding a cloth over his nose type stuff to try and mitigate some of the smell. And so he'll indicate that, yeah, he'll be keen to open the next door because that way people can actually move straight through the room without having to stop or breathe.
And also for Kangasera's benefit, for Luna's benefit, Luna doesn't actually smell anything bad here either.
Yeah.
Well, if it doesn't smell bad, maybe it's not bad.
I'm at that opinion too. So I will open this door to the west, whether inwards or outwards or whatever way it works.
Well, it opens away from this room.
As an old wizard always said, just your nose.
My nose is perfect. So I'll open the door inwards. And I'll let you describe what's next. Is there anything else or not?
You see a 10 foot by 5 foot corridor. Not dangerous whatsoever. No traps here at all, I'm sure.
Okay, no, I've got a trap check. Otherwise, it's not. I'm going to shoot what I know. This looks like a perfect trap setup.
It's not how we go.
Yeah, you stand at the door after I open the door later. So, I got a 28 on trap checks down the corridor. Anything unusual down the corridor?
You can see what appear to be thin wires across the floor.
Oh my god.
Can I see what they're connected to at all? Or is that too...
You can follow the wires, go to the ceiling. There seems to be some sort of bags dangling above the roof.
Bags. Okay, so it's like if I hit the wire, the bag will come down. Is that what I'm getting from the...
That's what you're getting.
It's a slightly more upmarket version than the bucket over the door, though.
Okay. I told Calder and everyone to stand back a bit. I was going to shoot the first one, see what happens, kind of thing.
What?
Calder, who had started to basically in the room there in D13, as he hold his breath, he'll quite happily move back out into the slightly cleaner air.
I suggested everyone move out of that D13, back into the D11, I believe. And I'd like to see if I can trigger the first trap through a crossbow bolt.
I'd like to see that too. Please make a roll.
Yes.
Thank God.
If I miss this, I'm going to look at you.
It's alright, no one watching you. That's why you told them to go away, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah. 24.
24. Okay, yes. There's a twang as you fire your crossbow. It hits the string, the wire dead on, and then you see the bag drop and what appears to be intestines and offal splatter all over the floor.
Great, just spread the stick around. Not that you can smell it.
Must be fairly old because you can't smell anything.
Oh, look, I think it's fine. Because Luna would have been standing next to me because she can't smell anything anyway at the moment. But
It should be told to go away.
I can go away. I go, well, looks like it's bags of guts and stuff, but I don't think it smells too bad. Did you want, and I just called out, did you want to trigger the restroom?
Cordo's still got his mouth covered over his hand.
Gas.
Do it? Okay. How many more of these things are in that corridor?
There's the second one.
Okay, I'll try the second one if you want.
That is fine to see how that goes.
Exactly the same. 24.
Okay. So, using up 2 of your crossbow bolts to set off these traps.
Yes.
And it goes splatter all over the ground like the other one, so the entire corridor is now splattered with guts.
Okay, it doesn't seem too bad. Just have to wash my boots later. That's all I'm thinking.
How will you pass through, man? That's slippery now.
Is it slippery?
You haven't tried stepping on it yet.
I put one step in there.
You feel a squelching noise under your boot.
No stealth checks for me right now. Sounds like it. I squelch, which is kind of up to the next door.
So it's considered difficult terrain at the moment, so it costs twice your movement to cross, so it's squelch, 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 then you get to the door, and then have to pause.
I don't think I've got any good difficult terrain. No, I didn't get that feat. Okay. Squelch, squelchy, squelch. Can I just tell everyone just to hold back squelchy, squelchy, squelch, squelch? I'm not sure I'm going to regret this or not. Then I'd like to do it. Listen. The next door, is there anything marked on the next door at all?
There's all this offal on the bottom of it.
On anything on the door at my level, if I kind of listen next to the door?
Depends if you want to listen near the gap at the bottom.
Not. Oh.
That's Sparky's level, is it?
Right. Short jokes, I don't know. Really, we'll go to that later. I'll just listen like last time. I don't want to.
Okay.
It was awful. Well, it doesn't stink. It's still awful. So I'm going to just listen to see if I can hear anything to the next door as best I can. I expect to take a disadvantage of some sort of this because I'm not doing it as close as possible. So, and I'm getting my rolls going higher, which is good. That's a 28 perception.
Okay, you think you hear the faint echo of some sort of ring.
Ring, like something's like hitting a bit of metal kind of ring? Or?
Like maybe when you cut the wires, it also triggered something else.
I see a lovely little bell.
Okay. I will. I hate this. I will squelchy back all the way to D11.
Okay, you have to move slowly once you get out of the offal because it's still very slippery as it's stuck to your boots.
Yes, I know. I'm trying to slowly tiptoe back, trying to reduce the squelchiness as much as possible. And then get back to the party going.
And Cordard can smell you before you arrive.
I'm sorry, and I look and go, I may trigger the alarm, I'm not sure about it yet.
And as you look, you see 2 dogs are intently staring at you with their tongues hanging out and just saliva pouring out.
No, doggy. No.
Apparently, you've just rung the dinner scent.
No. What have I got in my backpack? I'm really need to wash my. I'm gonna have to go for it again anyway. I'm worried that if I give my boot, they're gonna eat the whole boot. But yeah.
Maybe not the whole boot. They might just take the whole sole off, but you can have the rest of the boot back. I'm sure. You don't need the bottom. I'm sure that's just immaterial.
You know what? This is the only time I miss a certain wizard. Right now. But yeah, anyway. Okay. Look, bringing those traps might have set off an alarm quarter. So I hear a bit of ringing in that room through the corridor. And it's not very nice not to talk. If you it's a bit slippery in there at the moment. So do we want to
What
wait
you're
for it?
saying is that rather than disarming the traps, you set them off.
Well, yes, because I didn't know but I looked like they weren't that serious. I didn't think they were going to do that. So a lesson learned by this. It's always good to learn a lesson. So do we want to maybe, if this is the only direction they can come out of, do we want to surprise them or wait a little bit, or do we want
Surprise them after you set off the alarm?
to? Yeah, because they might think we're still in the corridor, and they might want to come through there. Now, I'm very hopeful of this. I hope they're not waiting for us, but they might want to come and chase us. They might be very aggressive. I don't know. I'm hoping that because that'd be easier.
Do you think you can open the door at the other end of the corridor quietly?
I could, but it might be taking a while to get back to you guys if you're gonna.
Oh, the point being that if you can get the door effectively ready to open, then we can potentially charge through into whatever on the other side.
Can Luna try to use prestidigitation to clean the dusty, gory floor?
You can spend time doing that.
But I say it would take too long to do the entire room or floor, but you might be able to clean up.
I don't want that. I don't want to make it shiny and chrome. I just want to make a path that's safer for us, a little path.
No, that makes a lot of sense there. It does. So.
I don't want that to get out and say, oh, someone else cleaned the floor. I just want to, extra.
You might have 2 upset puppies, but no, we'll have to say that.
Oh, possibly that would be easier investigation. Send the puppies in and they can clean it up.
Okay, so it'll probably take you about 10 minutes to make a walkthrough area.
And that in speaking and making gestures, that was kind of shady. Okay.
Because
How you guys feel?
as an example, to clean an object of bulk 1 will take 10 rounds. And I'm sure a 5-foot square is more than a bulk 1 item.
Yeah, I just want a quarter of square to the floor. What do you guys think? Is too much?
Just get carefully, hold your breath.
You can actually cook it faster than you can clean it.
Yeah, I don't want
Where's Bella thinking?
Yeah, I guess we could do this faster with wing magic, but I don't have those.
No, it's
So
okay.
might be cleaning ahead. At least we don't splatter ourselves into guts.
Okay. Well, I'll just have one follow me down the corridor, and then.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's do it then. Seems like
So
not great idea, but good enough.
So once you enter room D13, everyone's going to have to move with difficult terrain because there's all this guts all over the floor.
Yeah, yeah. So, a situation that a certain rogue decided to put us in, but it's we'll have to live with it, maybe. And then there may be some 2 hungry dogs at the end of the corridor just eating as they go through. But, and then I'll get to the door at the end of the corridor, at the far west, and I didn't check if it was locked or not.
You did not.
No, so I'd like to first up check if it's locked through a perception check, I believe. Is that right?
Okay.
Or theory check would it be?
I believe it's perception usually just, well, I don't know, perception to find if it's trapped. You can detect that it's locked by putting your hand on the door and go, doesn't move.
Okay, I'm going to use thievery, with using a slight hand movement so I don't kind of Does that make sense, Mark?
So you want to make the door feel as if it's been opened without being touched.
In the best way I can, try not to make too much noise. That's what I'm looking to do. If that makes sense. Like if I turn the handle, to try to do it where it's not going to creak or... Even that, there's a possibility there's still be people going, hey, we still can see you on the other side, but I'll try to do the best I can. Okay, so, well, 28 on thievery, just to see if I can make it as quiet and less noisy as possible.
Let's see. Thievery.
I don't have a slight hands like Pathfinder as far as I'm aware. Because you do use the pickpocket.
It would be sleight of hand, probably less a stealth check. Maybe.
Well, sneak is basically what you're trying to do, which is not a thievery check.
Sorry, you're doing a stealth check.
Stealth.
Trying to do things quietly.
So basically what you're trying to do is palm the door, steal the door, disable the door, or pick the door. Is basically what you're doing with thievery.
Okay, so stealth is more slight. Yes, I'm slowly want to, yeah.
So stealth is conceal an object, hide, or sneak.
I'll try to sneakily open the door.
You're trying to be quiet. So.
Quietly open the door. So it's 28 still on stealth.
Well, actually, it's a secret check,
Okay,
which means I roll and I don't tell you what you end up rolling. So it's not on the
you don't know
DM.
how to do a sneak was.
Okay.
So what's your bonus?
Plus 13.
You believe you did amazing.
Of course. I'm sorry.
So importantly, don't the door open.
Everyone hears the creak as the door opens. And then you realize it only opens a small, about an inch until it hits something. So creak, clunk.
Do I see anything?
You believe the door may be locked. So the door can move slightly with some of the locks, because not all locks hold the door in place.
Okay. I get my little thieves tools out,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll try to unlock this door to move it further. So,
Corner's going to go back to room D11 so it can actually breathe in.
okay.
Okay, you pull out your thieves' tools. You get
I'm
your.
sure I asked a question about whether or not you thought you could open it quickly.
I know. You get your thieves' tools out, hunt for the door lock, and then realize it's a bar across the other side. But you got your tools out.
No.
I mean, depending on how big the bar is and how heavy it is, because the door's open a little bit, you may find you can put a dagger or a stick through it to try and raise the bar.
Yeah, but that might go over his head.
No, I do that with my dagger. I realise I am the most strongest rogue in the country, and I have to attempt to do this because if I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail massively. Okay, so I'm going to
Fire with flare.
fail with flare and try to use my dagger to lift the thing off and drop it. And it's going to make noise, I know that, but
I'm happy for you to make a pick the lock roll using your dagger as your tool.
okay.
So it's still a thievery check.
Mm-hmm. And that's not a secret check, so you get to know what it is.
That's may not be good. That's a 17.
That's a 17. There's this bang and clatter, 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 clatter.
But it didn't get off. It did come
The
off.
door was open.
Do you wish to try to push the door?
I look to see people around me. There's a couple of people around me.
There's Luna.
Cornell start moving up, happy heard all the noise.
Okay. Once I see Cora inside, then I will be able to open the door. Push the door open.
Okay, it pushes open slightly and then jams into something that's fallen on the floor. I did say there was a bit of a lip at the bottom of the door.
Bordeaux's going to keep coming forward, and he's going to try and shove the door with his shoulder.
Okay. That is a fantastic force open roll, which is a athletics check.
Natural 20, so even though
Okay.
I've got the penalty, I think it'll still work. 32 upgraded, well, 31 upgraded.
31 upgraded, a critical success as
Well, it'll be hard carry critical for natural 20.
and you can choose to not damage the door as you force it open if you wish to, because that is the advantage of a critical success on force open. Would you like to not damage the door, or would you like to damage the door?
There's no reason to damage doors that can be avoided.
Okay. You managed to kick. You kick the bar out of the way and push the door open
Marvelous.
and stop it before it hits the wall for bang. Only a slight clatter as it moves out of the way.
And hopefully get a breath of somewhat fresher air.
It is a bit fresher in here, but you realise you're now going to be carrying around some of that stench with you as you go because it's on your boots.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
I feel my eyes go down the floor going, oh no. I feel very unhelpful at the moment, so
you got the door open, mostly.
Yeah.
mostly. I still would have got a look from Corda, really, I think, but yeah, it's okay.
I need you in past.
So before you is a table surrounded by chairs as the main thing filling the room. It takes up the centre of it, so you sort of have to walk around it or walk over the table. The table, there is a slate board to the north, and it's covered with scribblings in chalk, which looks to be a map of Sandpoint with various things marked on there from before the Hell Knights moved in.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like it hasn't been updated since then.
Yeah. Is this map, can we take it off at all? Or is it just it's written on the wall or something?
It is chalk on a wall. You could probably cut out each stone and take it with you.
Oh no, that's right. I will not do that. No, that's right. Yeah, remember you said it was actually written. Yeah, my apologies.
Oh, sorry, it says a slate board to the north. You could probably take the slate board off, but there's a good chance, being slate, it might break in the process.
Okay.
And presumably it's a fairly large, effective blackboard.
The blackboard
It's a blackboard made
is
of stone.
about 10 foot in length, about 5 foot in height, and covers the middle of the north wall.
And you said it was a map of Sandpoint?
A rough map of Sandpoint from before the Hell Knights moved in.
Okay. And there's been significant changes since Hell Knights moved in for it? And how old does that make it?
It makes it at least a year old.
Right.
You think it went back to the event where goblins raided the town during a festival, where the other group returned the Star of Desna that your group recovered
Yeah.
as part of the festival.
Yeah. Okay. And any exits in this room?
There is 2 exits you can see, but one of them, the door is slightly bulged in your direction. That is the room with the yellow arrow on the one. It's slightly bulged into the room, as if there's a big weight on the other side of it.
Or something trying to push through, sort of like this.
Well, it hasn't moved since you've been there, so you don't think it's anything new.
Yeah, Cordo actually has to go and give a light press on the door type stuff just to ensure that it isn't actually about to collapse and anything.
It doesn't budge at all, but you do see it straining the hinges.
But is there anything evidence of like there's no water or anything like that seeping underneath, or?
No water seeping underneath.
Okay, so it's more likely to be a solid object that's on the other side of it. So,
Maybe it's some collapse from when the compound above was destroyed.
yeah. And listening at the other door.
Okay, the other door itself. Give me a. I think it's. I should check to see if that's a secret roll as well.
I just occurred to me the fact that I've had 2 rolls so far tonight, a 1 and a 20.
You are going through the extremes. Okay, just trying to look up the perception because I think it actually has some rules for it. Okay, so does perception fall under something specific?
Well, no, because perception's not a skill anymore. So it probably it might be something for observation or something still. In the index.
I knew there was something about perception though. Well, it has been a month since we've run.
448, 464, 7. Yeah.
I'm trying to do a concerted effort to make things a little more by the rules.
Fair enough.
Okay, so it's not a secret check, so you get to make the check.
No.
That's the main thing I wanted to check because there's so many of them that are actual secret.
Well, particularly in the case of whether or not there's something here you want to know whether it's worth it. Hey, 1/20/19. Total of 28.
Okay, so listening at the door, you don't hear the sound of anything moving on the other side.
No, that's all right. Cordo, you're pretty confident that this area, this facility is deserted, at least by the goblins. And so he will give a test of the door to see if it will open.
Okay, you test it. It seems to be barred on the other side.
Okay. Our Cordo gains such confidence in being able to open doors on Lifeline. He'll give it a shove and see if he can push it open more forcefully.
I will offer my services, but you probably ignore me, so that's okay.
Give me.
I expect you to do that. Sorry, man.
All good.
Athletics check, total of 20.
Okay, you hit it and bounce.
Okay.
There's a bit of a rattle on the other side. You think you almost got it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he'll give it another go then, so he can give it another push. But, I don't know whether that's actually allowable according to the rules, whether it all counts as a single action, like a single attempt, if multiple boom, boom, boom.
I believe a single attempt is considered 2 actions.
I don't know, I meant like the idea of like the whether you keep attempting to bash it down, and it's just a case of you have to take time and warn the other side, or whether a single roll is indicative of banging your shoulder against the door half a dozen times.
No, in this case, you can bang it multiple times.
Okay, so he'll give it a more solid push this time, give it a bit more weight behind it. Total of 24.
Okay, you hear this bang as something snapping and falling as the door opens.
Yeah.
You find yourself in a room without any other doors. A large wooden work table sits in the middle of the room with a surface with some what appears to be faint runes written on there, as if someone was practicing.
Mm-hmm.
And you see what appears to be shelves that have been emptied all around the room.
Okay.
There's dust and dirt and grime piled up with spaces of clean where you think things had rested for a while but have been cleaned up in the last few months.
Have we seen any evidence of tracks or things like that while we're down here?
You had been looking for tracks. You had seen some in D13, but then you spread intestines everywhere, making it very hard to tell if there's any tracks elsewhere.
Obviously, I had thought that there was a mention that Sparky has noticed the tracks in D13, but it was more like from the previous session whether or not we'd seen any tracks coming down into like D11 and things like that. So,
You've seen tracks between D12 and D13.
yeah. Well, not surprisingly. I'm expecting tracks of about half a dozen humanoid, mostly humans and dwarf size.
Well, there were some before you arrived.
Oh, there were some before we left.
There was, yes.
Can I do a bit of perception check of the room, Martin, for anything that might be hidden that we can't see with naked eye, can't
You can.
we? Well, I'm getting better with the rolls. Not too bad. It's a 23.
Okay, you start feeling around the room trying to see if you can spot anything that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, I'm just looking for something that they might have accidentally left because they didn't see it or something like that. Sounds like it looked like it was ransacked by somebody recently. Or at a particular time, but...
Or
So-
people left deliberately and took stuff with them.
Yeah.
So someone trained in survival could try to follow tracks.
Yeah. And so here's a perception check to spot tracks, but then you're trying to follow them, then it's survival.
Okay, so you do find there are tracks in the room, but you can't see where it's related to.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you point out the tracks you found?
I certainly do.
So Corda can make a skilled, a trained track roll,
Yeah, or survival, yeah.
which is a survival skill, yes.
If you feel like a or does a 16 assurance allow him to at least start following the tracks?
It's been a while and you have walked over the room a little bit, so you're not sure if it will do well.
Yep, okay. Well, 17 on the dice there is the improvement, so that makes 23.
Okay. The tracks don't seem to make sense.
Okay.
Because in the bottom right-hand corner of the room, the tracks seem to lead right up to the wall.
Okay. Well, in which case then if Cordo follow the tracks up to the wall, he'll have a bit of a look around and see if he can find evidence of why they stopped the wall.
Okay.
So presumably there's a way through. 22 on perception.
Okay, 22 on perception. Looking around that spot specifically, you do find what appears to be a book that's still on the bookshelf,
Mm-hmm.
which looks well worn.
But not necessarily well read.
And when you touch it, you realise it's made out of wood.
Yep. Okay. I will manipulate the book, move it or tickle it or...
And look, there's now a secret door there.
Dun-dun-dun.
Nice. I like that. Really cool.
And it goes down from there. Go back to play.
Cordo's happy to continue downwards because on the idea that downwards is more likely to lead to the demon that might be haunting the place, and also it's further away than walking back through the hospital again.
The only thing I will say, but can you give me a second? I look at that map on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything on the map on the wall that looks like is any rides around any particular section of the city that they're trying to get rid of? Do they put in
They were targeting the head priest, and there were markings for best vantage point to shoot him.
Okay, cool. I'm going to get my little journal out and just write that down in my journal, and just so I've got it as a record. And yep.
That's okay. You can ask Em about the fact that the head priest was shot through the heart during the time they were there.
Well, the next one I asked about is the idea of those who were there at that particular when the goblins attacked Sandpoint.
Yeah.
Do they agree or feel that it obviously looked like players for that attack when it was a year or two ago?
Yeah, it looked like a coordinated assault on Sandpoint to get the priest out of the cathedral into a place of vulnerability where he could be shot by their archers.
Which would fit the what actually occurred on the day, is that right?
Yep, and it's believed that it was Amiko's half-brother who did the shot.
Yeah, got a lot of family. Okay, well, if everyone else is ready, Cordo's happy to start going down the stairs.
Yeah, I think there's nothing in these rooms that we really worry about, so I think down to the devil demon.
Okay, so Cordo's got his wayfinder leash hanging from his neck, and he's got his sword and shield ready to go down the stairs.
And just checking and comparing to see how many secret stuff you don't get to see just yet.
Absolutely.
That's all good. Okay, so nothing to worry about here, I'm sure, as you come around the corner.
Sure, it's all fine.
All fine, nothing to see here, move along, I'm sure. Okay, so you see a stone door around the corner with detailed carvings on it. And it looks to be embedded with gemstones and gold, with the symbology of the Sahedron as the core symbol on the door.
Mm-hmm. The Corda doesn't feel anything from this wound, thanks to the embedded greed wound, does he?
Well, it appears to be a different thing to what you follow. I can actually see how it reacts to you by simply going to... where is it? Part 5. So you have on you the greed thing.
Mm-hmm.
So you're basically opposed to gluttony and greed. No, you got greed, so no, sorry.
Well, actually that's true. Corda is opposed to all 7 of the things.
So as you,
Because you've got some more to do one of them right now.
so the enchantment one, which is... where is the enchantment? So it is lust and pride are the two you're actually opposed to.
Okay.
Which is actually
Explain
quite
why it gets on so well with Harry.
Well, the amusing thing is, Parry is now opposed to greed and what's the other one? Sloth.
Yeah. which would have been quite a reasonable description of this place the previous time.
Mhm. It was. So yes, you believe that this
So,
is.
I don't get anything particular from this door.
It does seem to have wrath at the top point of the seven-sided sigil.
Okay, yep, we've dealt with wrath quite a number of times, I think. Yeah, the crow's nest.
With its symbol in red with a copper border. Because each of the symbols has its own colour.
Right, okay. Cordell will take another listen at the door to see if they can hear anything on the other side.
Yep.
15, no, sorry, 17 on perception.
Okay, this one seems to be a solid door. You see no hinges or gaps.
Okay. So I see no hinges, and hopefully that means the hinges on the other side, so I will just try and give it initially a light push.
You do remember some of these doors under the crow's nest in Magnuma. Almost identical.
Okay. And they needed Luna's magic room to get through. So,
You do have, it has been given over to Parry at this stage as far as you can tell.
but, okay. He will attempt just to give the door a push and see if it opens.
Okay.
I'm not expecting it will, but hey.
Miracles can happen.
Exactly. He does this time.
How did you go?
Oh, sorry, you want to take a word?
Yeah.
I'm initially just giving a light push, but yes, you will apply additional pressure to go through. But apparently, he's a bit hesitant about pushing it through the door at a total of 14.
Okay, he does that look as if he's really trying and straining, but nothing seems to happen.
Corda will turn back to Luna and say, hey, you've handled these doors before, these locks. Try not to open the door to hell this time.
Apparently Luna's not paying attention.
Sparky, would you like Sparky to have a go? I say that in third person.
Sparky can wander up and have a go.
I will. Okay, I'm going to... With the runes that are on, I assume the top-ish off the actual door, can I reach at all, or too high for me?
I got the impression that the protection of a single star, so he's got like a 7-point star.
Yep.
Covering taking up most of the door before.
It is taking up most of the door, and
Okay. Yeah,
it's inlaid with jewels, with the top point being that symbol of wrath, which generally is, whatever's at top is what you have found the places behind were dedicated to.
Okay. I will attempt to push it, give it a go with my athletics, if that's right.
Okay. You put your strength behind the roll. Let's see how strong you are.
Well, you see sweat fall off my bald head. I know I've got my hand as well, so that's my bald head, but I sweat, push with a roll of 11.
Roll of 11. You also try to do that, look like you're really trying effort and pushing and go, nope, too hard, can't move it.
Corda gives you a look, says, yeah, on the big unit before you little gadgets.
Oh, good point. I'll do a perception roll to work out whether there's any way I could unlock this door. If there's any way I can.
That's okay. I can tell you without having to roll the dice. So you look at it going, well, it would help if there was a visible lock. Maybe there's an invisible lock. There could be an invisible lock, or it could be a magic lock, or it could be a ritual lock, or it could be a blood lock.
Ritual, okay.
Or it could be one you got to lick the right stone.
What that just came to me.
Tastes like victory.
No, I wouldn't have thought that by natural habit. So, you're great, man. I just don't think I could doing roleplay that one into it.
That's okay.
Unfortunately, we have played with players who do think that is a natural play.
No. I didn't think we would have worked at it. But I just thought, no, I just can't see myself kind of like, yeah. So I go, well, there's no lock on it. And in the past, Luna opened this. Did she open it with something particular at all? I can't remember.
Well, okay. A card we saw, you just effectively waved your hand on it. That was before the hand got the twist.
And after.
And after, that's actually, yes.
I tend to say...
That's why I thought I would look to Luna and say, hey, Luna.
Give me a performance.
Well,
yeah, I'm going to do a performance roll. Yeah, I thought definitely worth it. It's better than my other roll. It's a 15 performance. I pretend to mimic what Luna did last time I saw her do the door.
You feel really proud about your performance. The door is not impressed.
Oh. Can I say open testing at the same time, see if that helped?
yeah. And all your testing back is open up.
Yeah, okay.
In which language?
I'll go to water.
Okay, you say something that sounds very profound and nothing happens.
Okay. What was Dooza? Maybe Dooza could... Well, Luna, can you look at us, please, Luna? We need to talk to you. No?
Victor may have fallen asleep. You might need to poke him.
Okay.
Bye,
I'll do it right, so... but I'll let them look at Dooza and go. You want to give it a go, Dooza?
Cornell will go up again, have a look at the room and extra. Just confirm that it can effectively built into the door, and it's not something that can be manipulated in itself, can't be twisted around or anything like that.
And while you're doing that, you see Dooza come up and give it a bit of a one-arm push. And you don't seem to be able to manipulate anything on the door.
Okay. I'm also working on the idea that, hey, they probably holding your hands up if the embedded shard of greed is going to do anything you have to have anyway, then you're probably doing that for a time, but not that sort of corner specifically aiming for.
The Perry is standing at the back waiting to see if he's needed. He did come down with you after all.
Sorry, Mom. I'm still struggling to put me to sleep. At this point, I'm close to giving up because she feels like I'm going to work off of me. As you can hear, she's tired. But it's never been to go to sleep.
We understand.
All good.
That's why I gave you a flex one-arm moment.
Well, quarters, things are ready to go. I guess we'll go back upstairs and see if there's another entrance from somewhere else. We'll come back to this if we need to.
Can I do this because of my special link with Harry and just go? I wish we had something that Luna might have had that might have opened this door. I just don't know what it was. And you just see, I'm not sure how my thing with Harry works at all, whether it's just I feel what he feels or not, but whether he senses that I'm senses something that maybe linking to the medallion at all.
You have a feeling that Parry feels a bit bored and literally wants to be asked specifically for his assistance before he helps. So you have to explicitly state what you want him to do, or he's just going to ignore you.
Hey, Harry.
And with the corner, we might go to the light.
No, Sparky's got a kind of a new, unique relationship with Harry. So, hey, Harry, would you mind trying to see if you can open this door?
Well, considering you asked, he says as he walks down, I'm sure I can open it.
Okay.
As he walks past Cordo as if he's not there.
Like I caught up one of the other ways if you want to.
And as Cordo's walking away, he can hear the sound of the door unlocking and opening.
Oh, there you go. Oh, that looks very handy, thank you, Harry.
He looks at you and goes, that's because I'm fabulous.
Yes. I look at the rest of the quarter, see if he's really upset about the whole situation. or try and get Cordo's going upstairs and go, hey Cordo, come back.
Okay. Cordo, you do something. When the door opened, you was starting to do around, and yeah. You probably wouldn't have said it, would have been important at the time, but certainly if he heard Sparky congratulate or thank Harry, Cordo thought was, don't encourage him. But okay, not said out loud, beautiful, and it would have been on his face if he said it, but yeah, I'm guessing that others will see what's beyond the door before Cordo will get back around the corner.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so beyond the door you see two pillars that support the ceiling in here. In many places the stone walls, floor and ceiling are caked with ancient grime and soot. Alcoves in the north and south walls contain partly damaged statues of a man in robe clutching a book and a glaive. The entire room is canted towards the west, and whatever ancient upheaval caused the complex to tilt knocked the statues from their bases so that they now lean against the western walls of their alcoves. And there appears to be deep claw marks as if Wolverine has gone around this room in boredom.
Okay, have you guys gone in here, or are you waiting for Cordo to get back to the front here?
I'll wait for Cordo to get back based on my talking points. So, I think it's a safe bet by my character. If we ever have a good rest, I'll definitely be trying to heal myself, but until then, I'm just trying not to get myself in too much trouble. Trying to. So,
And you call him Harry now.
I am linked to Harry officially, so I have to. While I don't agree with some of his actions, I do feel that I have to be linked in some way to him. So,
Well, you do have a birthmark of him on your chest.
I know, and that's what I mean. On my head.
Okay, so like I said, Cordo's come back in the room and he'll see what's described. Then we look at the statues to see They're doing anything? They're going to wake up on us?
Besides the fact that they are robed men that look like they were holding books and glaives, everything else about them has been damaged over time, and partly by what appear to be three-bladed claws, which makes you very much think that Wolverine has been bored in this room for a lot of time. And there's a bit of a faint smell of brimstone coming from the clawed areas, which Cordar picks up.
Mm-hmm. Are the statues recognizable anyway at all anymore?
They do resemble the god of greed.
Okay. But apparently they're not going to move on us. Cordar will aim to keep moving down towards the next floor. Is there a door on the other side? Or is there a corridor, like a little chamber?
There is a door on the other side.
Okay. And does it appear to be a normal door? Like
It
it
does-
says that they don't have a big rune on it?
It doesn't have a big rune on it, but it is made out of stone, but it does move at your touch.
Okay. Does the other door that we came in, does it have a rune on this side?
It does. But it's currently open and ajar.
Yeah. Does the rune on the E2 side of the door we came in, is it been made of the same sort of inlay or whatever it was that the external side was?
It's carved.
And has it
It's carved, but not inlaid on the inside. And at the top of it is this symbol for greed.
Okay. Has it been damaged by the claw marks as well?
It has.
Right.
Not to be unrecognizable, just it's been damaged.
Yep. We'll have a listen at the door on the other side. And hear nothing more than likely. Total of 12.
Okay, so it is rather quiet on the other side of that door.
Mm-hmm. Cornell again. So this one, you said this door did have a rune on it. Is the same as the other side?
This one did not have a rune on it. No, it was
It did
just
not, okay.
it was a stone door though.
Yeah, that's right. Sorry, yes. Is there a mechanism for opening it?
Well, as you touch it, it moves away from you.
Okay, what an effective mechanism? Cornell will push on the door and allow it to open.
So it seems to be weighted to shut on its own, but it is simple to push. You think because of the slope of the place, it will automatically close if not pinned.
Right, okay, yeah, it's not necessarily designed to automatically close, but it will now under the current circumstances.
Yep, just a slight tilt has made it auto close.
Obviously, it's trying to it's not a bug.
So looking into the path here, so you see that between the two statues that cross the passageway, between those two statues is nice and shiny and clean, and either side of the the rest of the passageway is dirty.
Any evidence of tracks through the dirty parts?
It doesn't look as if it's ever been touched by anything. And the two alcoves hold a pair of stone statues depicting stern men wielding glaives. And at the eastern end stands two stone doors. You can actually see from here they have faces carved with strange runes. And then at the end, a partially collapsed statue with the top half of the statue is missing, leaving behind a ragged stump of a torso.
if I can get around the side of Cordar's because
So I'll put over the camera side and say, there's something not about this passage.
time to bring out crack my fingers, and then maybe time to check if there's any traps here. I'm good at this stuff. And you might keep it to yourself with that, personally.
Well, no, I would say that the evidence indicates that Sparky is good at finding traps.
Just not saving them. Yes, I agree.
Well, technically after Sparky falls through the traps in his stable.
Okay, I'd like to do a perception check with the traps there, mate.
Okay, just give
Now,
me
do I, and I was going to ask you, do I need to do for each square of the corridor, or do I do it as one on the
just looking at the actual actions because
Yeah.
I'm sure there is a specific one for actually looking. Okay, so there's an actual encounter thing called search. Okay, so it is a seek check, which is a action, I believe, and it is a secret check. So seeking and actually looking is you tell me what your bonus is, I roll the dice, and then you find out whether you're successful.
Okay, look for the traps, I get plus 15 on perception.
You point at the shiny floor going, obvious trap. Why did you need me to tell you that? And then you start pointing out in the ceiling sets of bars that will fall down when you step on it. And then you believe the statues will then attack whoever's standing trapped between them.
Yes.
Oh.
I point this order quarter.
Okay, quarter thinks, yes. I believe the shiny floor was the indication I said there was something through in the corridor.
Still, I pointed to the things that you didn't see, you just pointed to shiny floors. More than a shiny floor here.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you have explained how the trap might work if you calculate it. Just, can you disable the trap or can we move around it? I mean, is it the sort of thing that it can activate if we step on that 5 foot space and so therefore if we jump over it, we're going to be fine?
You do believe you'll be fine if you jump over it, but you think you may be able to disable it, though it does look like a high quality trap, so it may go off in the middle of you doing so, and depending on how sharp those bars are, you may be either side of the bars as it comes down, literally.
I say keep your heal and kit ready. I will attempt to disable.
We can if we say, you're saying that 5 foot section is the trap part. Anyone can jump over 5 foot, surely.
That's true. That's true. We're going to also doggies that might. Doggies should get over 5 foot as well.
Particularly training them, teaching them to feel like you jump over it, not.
Yes.
But again, core data can think about angles. So if you mention, oh, hang on, dog might have trouble. Well, if you think you can go make it safe, go for it.
And it's not a secret check to disable something. Let's see how well you do.
And that's a thievery roll, isn't it?
It is a thievery roll, as long as you still have your thievery tools.
I do have thievery tools. I'm just letting you know I've got wary disarms. If I trigger the trap, I get a +2 bonus to my AC. Just in case.
Good to know, you might need it.
So, yeah, I shall try a thievery roll and see how we go. The first bloody good roll, bloody not. Might not be good enough, I don't know yet. That is a 31.
Okay, you believe you got a success as you have managed to disable part of the trap. You're not sure how much of it is disabled.
Yep.
It is a complex trap, meaning more than one roll has to be made to disable it fully.
Okay.
And I guess that means from the perspective of spectators watching you work, are you stepping back as if the job is complete, or are you still going?
I say that I've got some of the trap disabled, but there might be another section that might still trigger if we use that pressure plate.
So, are you going to finish it then?
I shall try to give it a go. I just thought I'd give you a heads up.
Don't be running competition trade.
That's okay. 25. Huh?
25. Okay, you think you just managed to disable another part of the trap. You've got more to go.
Okay. I give another thumbs up, saying 2 thumbs, and then I go.
Cornak's about to move off there, and
Now, is that 2 thumbs on the one hand?
No.
So you're not a koala then, huh?
No, I'm not a brother. I'm just a ball.
and he hasn't been done for quite a much yet.
No. 23?
23. Okay, you hear a clicking and a whirling noise, but nothing happens. You don't think you succeeded, and you don't think you set it off.
A little bit of sweat to my brow. Okay. Right. Give it another go. I rolled go low, by the way. That's not a good sign. I know.
Well, there might be halfling height soon.
Far out. I should check the dice out this last turn. 17?
17, you hear this groaning sound as if you almost set the trap off that time.
That goes dice jail.
You believe that if you had have turned a little bit to the left on that disable, you might have actually triggered the trap.
Okay.
And you might have only been half left.
Don't fuck with me, guys. Okay. Talk about it.
So, from a player perspective, I'm curious, what was your bonus again?
Plus 13. I was told for that time, so I got 23 this time.
Again, it starts making some noise, but you haven't progressed the disabling.
Yes. Start talking to yourself a little bit. You can do this. You've got people watching. You can do this.
And as you say that, you hear this. Yes, you can. You can do this.
Inside my head.
You have no idea.
Does it sound like a cat?
Does not sound like the cat. The cat shouts when it says it. This was a whisper. A whisper of encouragement. How bad could that be?
Yeah.
Confident, it didn't sound like a fall.
That's good. That's the main thing I wrote. Okay, that's much better. That is a 33 upgrade.
A 33 upgraded. Okay. You basically hear a grinding thunk sound as you disable the trap fully. It had 4 stages. You managed to get all 4 stages. The first 2 disabled the dropping gates, and the second 2 disabled each one disabled one of the statues. So depending on how far you progressed was what was going to happen when the trap went off.
No, that's fair enough.
Just so you know what the complex trap did, being your character would understand by the end what each step did.
Yeah.
That's alright.
That last one, if you had failed it, you would have only been smashed by 1 statue instead of 2, so you would have been only half dead.
Oh no, it would have been 2 statues because he knocked both of them out with a critical.
True, it's only a single roll.
Yeah, a critical success on a disable will disable 2 stages of a complex device.
Yeah.
You hear from the corridor, go, and I go, we're good to go.
And you hear in your ear, congratulations, see you soon. Not creepy at all.
I all of a sudden I look around, kind of thing, and I go, did anyone else hear that?
And as you say that, you hear this, no, just you.
That might be better than, yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's like, yes, try to say, but yeah, let's go forward, and yeah. Bit taken back by it, but I kind of going, not going to let it get me. I'm a strong wolf with no hair. Who's good at traps? Officially outside.
And then you hear, all gnomes are welcome.
Oh, I want to say something, but I'm holding back at the moment. Even my other thoughts are holding back. I'm very that close to just have to get preparing.
Well, if you're happy, if you've indicated the quarter,
Yep.
we're good to go.
We're good to go.
He will come forward and move up towards the end of the corridor. Take a look at the statue at the end of the corridor.
Yep.
So listening to the two more in the car.
Okay, give me a bit. Actually, that is a secret roll, technically.
Under that.
So what's your perception bonus?
+9.
+9. Okay. On the southern door, you don't really hear much. Sounds like there's nothing really moving there. And to the north, you hear what sounds to be bubbling coming from that room.
Okay. And the statue at the end of the corridor was under being tipped over the road, wasn't it?
The top half of the torso is missing.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so it looks like it's not tipped over the side.
It is broken.
It's stolen the top half.
Yes, no body to speak of.
Based upon the legs which can be seen, it looks like the statue is again of like what was it, the Runelords of Greed that's in the other room.
It does look similar to the God of Greed.
Okay. Well, all those going to indicate, hey, we got some noise coming from this one up here. People ready, and you look to open the door, and with the shield up.
It pushes open with the slightest touch, and you get light coming from that room as one of the first lit rooms you found.
Okay.
The door being shut completely blocked out all light.
Yep.
You do think that this is high quality stone build, unlike anything even the dwarves make. That completely soundless, moving, looks ancient, and still fair the touch to move against its weighted push, because once you let go, it's going, because it pushes against the east wall, and when you let go, it will slowly shut.
Okay.
But you can then push it from the other side. You do marvel at the make of that.
Yeah. Cordar's not that much advanced. He's got a bit of advantage capabilities in melee. He's trained in crafting, so.
Well, considering what Kangasero did to your family store, this is a very nice store.
The boys should know what might be causing sound anomaly and if there's anything else in the room or beyond the door.
Okay, looking in the room, you see wide stone ledges of red marble lining a curved walls of the room, which is well lit by 4 burning skulls
that's sitting in each corner. But nothing too off-putting there about that. 3 chairs rest in the room, and both stone ledges are covered with old books, scrolls, teeth, bones, scrimshaw artwork, jars of deformed creatures soaking in brine, taxidermied animals and limbs, and other strange objects. To the north, a large round fountain filled with frothing blue water fills the room with the gentle sound of bubbling.
Okay. Grabbing hold of Luna as she tries to run past the orcs and nicotines. Wait. Corner will move forward in the room and start having a look around.
Okay.
Which I guess it means that Luna's let go, so she can look at the mushroom, the orcs and the nicotines.
So it looks like a lot of notes and stuff has been left here, and a lot of detail about Thassilonian is on the tables.
Okay.
It appears to be a library, and looks like the person's research is still here. Apparently, they didn't believe someone would be able to come in and get to it.
Okay. The light torch, the burning skulls.
Yep.
Gordo can have a look at those and make sure they're not about to come flying, green gas or anything.
Well, the flame comes from inside the skull and comes out the top of the skull.
That makes all the way.
And it looks to be a continual flame spell.
Oh, okay. It just shows a interesting choice of holder for this spell.
Well, you do have to pick the object you cast it on to cause the light. And it does make the glow coming out of the skulls all that more menacing.
Yep. The following fountain.
It appears to be fresh water. And you don't know where the water's coming from. It doesn't smell salty, briny, or any chemicals at all in there. It's probably the cleanest water you'll come across.
Cordar will give a full figurine to test whether or not the acid might affect.
You do see the ring mark from all the grime on you come spread out from your finger.
But it doesn't feel bad.
You don't feel anything except a nice cool water.
Give the same figurine again, they put down a cleaner, and you'll taste the water from your finger.
It tastes a bit dirty. Well, except from the finger itself, it tastes clean.
And apparently it's just water.
Apparently, it's a clean water that has that is cycled enough that it doesn't stagnate.
Amongst the stuff around the bits and pieces on the shelves, you mentioned there were jars and stuff.
Yep.
Are any of those jars empty?
No, none of the jars are empty. They all have various taxidermied animals or limbs in them.
Any cups or anything like that might be used to hold water for a short period of time?
There is one made out of a skull.
I think we can go with that then. Also, take the opportunity then to use the go water kit. Use the water kit, actually clean off the boots a bit to try and get rid of the muck that odour from the offal. And then refill it from this water source.
You have no problems doing that.
I would like to do while I've got up around these things, just do mainly we look at that bookshelf or where the books are.
Yeah.
Just perception rolls to see if I can find anything. It's not an easy side kind of thing. Look for something that doesn't stand out. There's a lot of things that stand out here, but I'm looking for something that's a bit, just looks out of place or something like that. So,
So, I mean, in terms of the reason for taking the time to watch moves and things, you think we're probably going to be stuck in here for a while we're going to go through books and other bits and pieces. So.
okay, that's fair. I'm going to just make sure.
So I'm more than happy that you're doing something yourself, but that was the character's thought process was, no, I'm not going anywhere, so I'm not even going to tie it up.
Okay, so looking around, you see what appears to be journals and notes written in Celestial.
That's just not me. I rolled 20 perception just in case.
And they seem to be. You can see the dates. The dates go up to about a month ago.
A month ago. Interesting.
Well,
I mentioned that to Porter. Maybe it's not too old. So there's definitely somebody down here, but I don't know what they're looking at because it doesn't look. Now I don't know. Would I know like? I don't know this one like that. Would I know what it looks like? Would I just
You do recognise it as celestial writing, not the sort of thing you would expect to find in Demon Lord of Sin or Devil Lord of Sin.
The fact that we got to change the meaning here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mentioned before. It seems out of place considering if there's a devil in here, that seems more angelic, is the word? It's strange, so... Okay. Now, it depends on... Of course, I do know. I have tried to get somebody, by the way. Did you want to come back here later, or did you want to keep my eye on here, Porter? Because I don't know if Loon getting information out of this right now or not.
We're not certainly looking for demon things with a bounty.
No. It seems to be a very safe room, if that makes sense. But, did I mention about the claw marks at all before, or did we all see that? Or?
You all saw the claw marks in E2, but he never commented on it smelling like brimstone because, well, he would assume you could smell that too.
Do you want any...
Yeah, particularly since you've been around Ella's puppy for a long while as well, so...
Yeah.
You would recognise the same thing, so...
Yeah, because I haven't mentioned that smell yet. Would I, on the door, would I notice any sort of marks like on the inside or outside at all?
Not this room. There are no claw marks in E4 or E3. All the claw marks are in E2.
Okay, there's yeah, I think this is a we could call it safe room here.
It looks to be a library.
It needs to be a library, so I think we are safe here for a bit. Did we want to have a rest for a bit, or did we want to clean all our stuff off, clean all our dirtiness off? Or...
Well, you can see your footprints leading into the room.
Yeah, that's not worried about. Yeah, good get it. So, do you want to clean this whole place out and then come back here and rest up afterwards? What do you think, Porter?
Okay. Cordo will basically take a bit of a break thinking, yeah, he's not going to get rid of here for a little bit, but...
There is nice comfy chairs here.
He's given Luna 15 minutes or something to grab a brew, and apparently he probably had looked at half of the book plus at that point, before Cordo actually saying, okay, we're going to move on yet?
Yeah. If you haven't ever been in the break, I don't know what message I believe.
Not unless an hour has passed since you last did it.
That's right.
And an hour has not passed.
Unless, haven't you got the continuous shield? Did you take the feed?
Yeah, I've got continuous shield, so you know, when you treat a patient, they become immune for only 10 minutes instead of 1 hour.
Okay.
So So
They
I
got 10
probably
minutes to actually do the job. So.
And I'm happy to say that it's 10 minutes from when you've done the job, so you can't continually do it, as far as I can tell. Because normally the immunity kicks in from when you finish.
yeah. So
Obviously I have to go to that. I think within the week, something coming out of the line, the idea was, we had 10 minutes was involved in it. But I mean, in this particular case, it would have been 10 minutes since you actually did the heal, so you've got time to do it all.
So if it's intended to allow you to continuously roll heal checks on yourself, then I would say it doesn't have a immunity to heal when you do it.
Yeah.
Because the whole premise behind how they say when things kick in. Otherwise immunity for an hour is only 50 minutes because if it's from when you start the check, not when you finish the check, it does change how a lot of the stuff works.
yeah, I wasn't so sure that you treat the wound and then the 10 minutes of this continuous trap kicks in, and then you have to wait 10 minutes before you can do it again.
That would be what I would have thought, because it's normally an hour from when you finish.
That's what I was saying.
So in this situation right now,
You're good.
if we take 20 minutes sitting in the room while we're just looking at pieces, then you've got at least, if you could have 10 minutes.
Yeah. And also there's the only ones that before I treat wounds on myself or on somebody. And so if you do it, it's in an hour, I think. So. Okay, I'll do a medicine roll one, normal one.
You're targeting a specific DC, because if you don't say so before you roll, then your DC is 15.
But if you target for the 25, you can get an increase if you're successful.
I'm just going to go 15 because I know I rolled last night, because I just don't want to. I've got a plus 12 and I want to get it. So if I reckon if I'm a higher level, I would probably go higher. But yeah, so I'm just going to go to normal one.
Oh, it's going to be an expert in healing.
I am expert in medicine, yeah. I'm glad I did that, because I got a 16 on the dice. So, I'll take it.
Critical success, 16 total?
16 total, I'm just past 15, so. DC.
Oh, you want a 4?
Yeah, that's why I said I'm going to go to my
So that is 2d8, I believe, healing?
Yep.
I don't believe so. The also bonus is if you have the wound condition, that's also treated.
Yeah.
And I'll also give you with that roll that you do realise that if you had have been injured while covered in the offal, you'd most likely get some form of disease, so you might want to clean that off too.
Yeah, I'll do a bit of clean after if I feel like it. I'll push it down before.
Well, I'm happy to say... I'm happy to say you do the clean as part of the medicine check.
Okay.
Because basically most times when you do medicine you are cleaning the area you're treating, so you just continue to clean.
Okay. 7 points again.
Okay. Which is not too bad, giving you a whole 17 points. You must feel like you're 19 points. You must feel like you're on top of the world.
I'm feeling better. Just a little bit bruised.
You've had a bath, I don't think I feel better.
Yeah, I feel a bath. Even if I think I don't smell too bad, I feel a bath. But
When I thought you actually going to the fountain,
I was about to do the full swan right. And Corda's just pulled me by the neck up, no.
Denied.
Okay. Yeah, just watch as much wrong, especially when I say it's possible. And the dog with the puppy dog and the puppy dog got sick. So, 4 puppy dogs.
Yeah, I'm sure the puppies will be more than happy to have been treated, even though if they look slightly zombified too.
I will look at them and go, I want to help them get in watch, but I don't think the trust value is still not quite there yet after considering the previous situations. So I feel that I might look up and report the puppy dogs yet. It is one of my things to do to look up all the pub dogs, but not quite there yet.
I'm sure you will get there soon.
I'll work on it.
Okay. What do you wish to do now?
And then they said, okay, so after we've had 20 minutes or so, we'll go and have a look at the southern door of that corridor.
Okay. It opens easily, looking into a small corridor there. You can give you the squares back again. Helps if you can actually see how big the scale is.
Mm-hmm. Assuming we don't have any sufficiently clean 5-foot passages yet, or not happy to continue through the next door.
And just so you know, the suspiciously clean space was actually in the description for the room, so the GM wasn't helping you that time.
Well, I mean, obviously a good description if the crowd was going to do something that would effectively end result with a clean floor.
Yep.
Then
It works quite well. Okay, so yes, it doesn't look like it's strapped.
Sorry, Connor?
It doesn't look like it's strapped, but you do have your trap tester always ready to go.
Would you like to set a trap seed? Or what I say?
Corridor, I think we're wasting too much time stopping all the time, so these are going to test this next door, see if it opens.
Okay. The one at the end of the corridor also opens. The room on the other side is completely dark. No illumination whatsoever. The southern wing of the L-shaped room ends at a pair of stone doors carved with a depiction of two skeletons reaching out to clutch a skull between them, while to the east the hallway narrows down to frame a circular carving of what seems to be an immense stack of tens of thousands of gold coins that rise from floor to ceiling. The edges of these coins are carved with tiny spiked runes.
Well,
I'm saying, like, it does look like real gold coins, the carving of gold coins.
Looks like the carving of gold coins, and it is blocking whatever's obviously in that direction.
Right, okay. Well, in that case, I will have it confirmed it's not actually real gold, but it might activate his shard of greed.
Touching it, it feels like real gold.
Sorry?
Touching it, it feels like real gold, though you know it's carved.
I wasn't planning to get close enough to touch it, or I understand the description of what I saw. But because the intent was for to actually have a look down the other side where we can't really see from the door. Which I think you probably described it earlier.
I did. That's the one that has the two skeletons reaching out to a skull.
Okay, yeah. But otherwise, this room appears empty.
Otherwise, the room appears empty.
Corda's going to try and actively avoid the gold or take the gold at this stage and come down and have a closer look at these skeletons.
Okay, having a look down
Make
there.
sure they're not about to get up and run around on us or stop their own in-fall and attack us instead.
Okay, looking at it, it appears just to be ornamented. You can actually turn the hands that are holding the skull to unlock the door and open it.
Okay.
And it's completely carved out of stone. It does look as if it's real enough to jump off and attack you, but it looks to be, feels to be carved of stone.
Okay. I will look to manipulate the statues there to see if they open the door.
With barely a whisper of a click, both doors open towards you. You have to pull them.
Okay. I will see if anyone's still behind me watching what I'm doing and make sure they're ready for the door to be open.
I'm sorry, ready to go.
Okay, looking to the south, you see 4 pillars supporting a dome ceiling of this room. Several dark alcoves containing standing sarcophagi grace the walls, and a statue of a stern man riding a glaive and holding a book stands in the southern part of the chamber. So just below the E6 is the statue.
A glaive was normally the weapon that was sort of the Runelord of Wrath. But that was, she was female, wasn't she?
Runelord of Wrath was had a glaive, but many of the gods had glaives as well. So the main weapon of choice of most of the gods of sin were polearms.
Okay. But yeah, the Wrath Runelord is female, isn't she?
She is female, but sometimes depicted as male. It sort of flows. It's one of those things of people create what they're most inspired to make.
Okay. But obviously, quite a large room going in there. Well, okay, just looking at the statue, is it a statue of a recognisable Rune Lord or so?
It is a depiction of the Rune Lord Karazog of Greed.
Okay. I don't feel any sort of affinity for him with the rune in my arm and the shining arm.
Not at this stage.
Happy with that.
But I'm sure if he was holding the Sword of Greed, you would feel affinity then. As you,
Quick question.
What's up?
Do you guys see when chat notifications pop up on the stream?
Let's see.
I don't see
Okay.
it.
Oh yeah, I can see it now, but because I had the one of the other windows over the top, I didn't actually see the text pop up. I don't hear a sound.
Okay.
So you took the dogs up and out.
Yeah,
sorry.
so the end of the last session I took them back up to
Back outside to be with what's her name?
The elf.
The old ranger.
sorry, because I just kept mentioning dogs and I'm like, no, we're not really
Yep.
we just came back.
I had forgotten.
Dogs.
But hey, it was a month ago, so I'm glad you remembered.
No, that's okay. That's why I put it in the chat. But then I was like, why did you never put it in the chat? But if it doesn't ping or even notice, like, it doesn't even give a little dot saying that.
Well, it might have a small dot marker, but I don't on my screen at least. I've got the all that stuff is so minimalised, so I can make the map actually a decent size.
Yeah, right. Okay. Alright.
It's effectively visible for me. I don't know how.
No, mine didn't ping, so I only saw it you mentioned it. So.
No, that's okay.
Oh, good enough. Oh, I took guilty now.
And mine is hidden behind the OBS because I've only got so many screens, so OBS is in front of it. Otherwise,
I refrain from using the Discord.
Well, but I've got the cat box, I've got that cat box open on the side, so it will be visible online. I won't be able to read it till I actually zoom in on it, but I'll be able to see something on there.
That's right. So I was like, why? Because I've used it before and someone made a comment that maybe something in the chat open.
usually someone has seen it. Well,
actually, it could be because you're streaming and maybe why it doesn't ping.
Most of the things don't pop when I'm streaming, and also Ariadna also sent me a message around the same time, so I thought it was that message if it did happen. So it'd be hard to tell which one it is.
Yeah, that's it.
So when I found one that had sent me a message, that must have been what I heard.
But yeah, okay, so we don't have dogs with us, so we're not worried about their current zombie fighter viewers.
No, when Doomsday came back, he came back angry and he was gonna go to the whole song dance, not really song dance, but it's just basically like he was gonna get his revenge on
Lamastu.
Lamastu by Gorom. I'll get my revenge on Lamastu for doing that to my pets.
Hopefully sometime within the next 131 days, alright?
And at least you didn't say by Gorm this time, so Goram is much happier with you.
Yeah, yeah. No, I've learned my lesson on that one.
I don't know what he's worried about, Gordon, that's the same thing.
Yeah, apparently not, because I have 139 days to live.
Well, they were thinking of taking a holiday. I'm sure that won't cause a problem.
No, not at all.
But okay,
So as Dusa says, but I took the dogs out and away, you turn around and these two dogs that you've been commenting on just seem to shimmer and fade away as you realize someone's playing games with you.
Do I hear my head at the time? Like you go, or?
Okay, I'll say that Sparky hears were you seeing things too?
Okay, that's fair enough. I shouldn't ask that. I just sort of go, while my eyes are going, hey, do you want me to check for traps? I need to check for traps. And I start checking the traps in the room. So I feel like I need to change my direction around.
In which case you hear a voice saying, I believe the bottom of the fountain's trapped. You really need to empty all the water now.
Okay, that was the other room, isn't it? I found it.
Sorry, you're not in the room with the fountain at the moment, so...
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm just going to ignore that one as much as I can, but I'm looking for any traps in this room and I can. Yeah, I'm still wrong.
Well, there's the coins in the previous room. There's the skeletons reaching out for the skull in the door you just passed through, and there's this big statue of the god of greed, and then the sarcophagi. Well, there's 5 of those. I'm sure any of these can be trapped. Would you like to have a look?
Well, if you're going to go one, probably don't worry about the skeleton fighting over the skulls. He's caught up or you walk through it like you walk past him. So.
What do you wish to look at?
I want to look at the one in the middle.
You want to look at
the statue with the slice or the, I want to... Well, let's look at that one first, and then I'll one by one get caught out on the side, look at the other ones, just look at the guys. So, yeah. Well, do the one in the middle of the room, which is got with the greed, yeah.
So you look at the statue, not the sarcophagi.
At the moment, yes. The sarcophagi scared you a little bit right now, but I'll look at those next after that.
Well, how high could it get?
I look for...
what is your bonus?
Oh, sorry. For traps, it's plus 15.
Well, for traps, okay, having a look around. You have a good look. The statue appears to be looking at the western wall to the northern part of the room. Well, I'll say middle of the west wall. I'll say middle of the west wall.
I look at the eyes, follow the eyes, and try to look back and forth to that wall. And what's something here called Just want to just be ready just in case, and then I'll do a seek. So the seek roll, is that just I'll look at a particular section or something like that?
A seek roll is the standard perception check.
Okay, cool. Sorry. Can I look a bit more closely at this wall?
You can.
Just normal perception roll again.
Okay, considering what you rolled, I'm going to continue the roll because I actually rolled an natural 20 for you.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's amazing what secret rolls do.
You need to roll from your different often, not just so I anyway. So.
Hey, remember when I did it for M and rolled 6 ones in a row? On saving throws?
I really don't remember that one.
Trust me, I rolled big ones and all by myself, so I didn't remember that one either.
Well, hey, I kept doing re-rolls and still kept getting ones.
I mean, that one, the character somehow survived that one. I don't know how we did it now. The goblin, the character, yeah. Okay.
Okay, you find a secret door. And apparently an alcove that wasn't there before.
Oh.
Not confusing whatsoever.
You've had what I was saying. You've had 2 secret doors. One led to an alcove.
Well, the alcove above the secret door was not there when you had the play of you, and it's like a going, that is weird.
Okay, well. Hey, Cora, I think I found this and point down this secret corridor I just found. Did we want to check those sarcophagi? Is that the rule transfer?
I'm not seeing a demon coming out of there.
Oh, but nothing's ever good in these things, is there? Do we want to leave it be? Or?
You do believe the pile of coins archway is probably important because, hey, for a god of greed, a pile of coins would definitely be a
marker of some sort.
Yeah, an important marker. Whereas a tomb, less so.
Yeah.
And secrets in a tomb generally lead to worse stuff that it can't be seen by the living.
Yeah. So what I think, or say, yeah, well, that's lucky. You've got it halfway, but yeah. Let's try and have a look at the other half of the room that we came through.
I just look and go, okay. Okay. Bit sassy, but didn't I know he's got the sharp, very sharp in himself? Just don't do anything stupid called
He's not being called back to the pile of green gold coins in any way, shape, or form.
No, not sure. I'm just worried again. Yeah. While I'm not going to cry, I'm going, okay, let's just clear this place out, do one by one. That's right, do the same, it's okay.
So coming back to the pile of coins, let's have a look around.
Okay.
Corda will be fighting the urge to try and collect.
Okay, what is Corda's perception bonus?
+9.
+9. You having a feeling around, you're not quite sure what you're looking for here, but you know you haven't found it.
And I also know that they're not actually gold coins.
You do know they're not gold coins. You may need a specialist.
If you look confused, I'll give me a go.
Okay. There's probably plenty of space around the multiple because looking at the same time. Particularly Corda concentrating on the gold coins in the column.
What is Crouch's bonus?
Just normal perception.
You got 14?
Yeah.
Okay, so having a look over it, you can find obvious coin slots to you, having critically succeeded in your check.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So you find 2 coin slots, one on the left pillar and one on the right pillar.
Do I reckon, is it just a gold, silver, or platinum? Do I know what kind of coin that would be? Or?
Considering this is a portal to greed, you believe, and the coins that you see are made out of gold, you'd believe that a gold coin would most likely have to be put in each to unlock the door.
I look over and go, like, I start pointing with my fingers and I go, hey guys, I think if we put a coin, gold coin there, and there, depending on how many slots there are,
Two.
but two? Okay, so there or there, that'll open the door.
You could always have pointed to your hand for the third one if you wish.
And I point my hand for see what I pointed to. That's funny. And I go, okay, you have me put the coins in there, Corda.
Well, Cora will step back if he does so, before he's ready.
You need at least 2 people to do it, 1 on each side of the pillar.
Okay. I'll do one side if Doomsday wants to put a gold coin on the other section I pointed to it.
Oh, sure.
Okay. So, I even give her the extra gold coin because I'm a nice person.
So does Doomsday put in a gold, or does Doomsday substitute it with a silver or a copper?
I don't have much attachment to gold or any money things like that, so I just use the one that was given to me.
That's okay, I thought I'd ask. I know that Jeremy would have issues with Corda trying to do it.
Well, like I said, Cora at the moment had issues putting a copper coin in there. It still counts as giving away something.
Okay. So as you both put the coins in there, you do hear a click and a sound of gears moving as the pillars of coins start to sink down into the ground.
Ooh.
Opening up the area onto the other side.
Coins are disappearing.
Until the view of all the coins are gone. At which point you see 3 sets of double doors. North, east, or south, which is your doom?
But the room itself is fairly empty.
The room is fairly empty, also unlit.
Okay. Well. Yeah. Cora will go to the door on the left, which will be the door in the north,
Mm-hmm.
and have a listen. I don't know whether others will be listening in the other doors in the meantime, but Cora gets a whole 13 on his perception.
Okay, you with the so what's your bonus?
+9.
Okay, you hear the sounds of murmuring coming from that door.
Okay.
I'll try. So you went to the one to the east, did you? Or no,
the north.
North. I'll go to the east one, and I'll do this as well. And I've got a +14 now for this one.
Okay, you hear your heart beating, and as you listen at the door, you hear a soft voice say, "Your doom is behind the door. Open it and seek your end of life."
Yeah, you can't refuse.
I'm going to back up the party going with a little bit of concern.
No one else hears that at all.
And I'll go, not sure about that door. Couldn't hear anything, but just not sure about that door.
The corner indicating, hey, I could hear something on the other side here, so if Sparky's come up to corner the door, he'll say, do you want to check to make sure we can open it quietly?
I could give that another stealth roll.
Okay.
So that's +13.
And sneak is secret. Okay, so thinking you're doing it quite stealthily because you're a master at stealth, of course you are. You start to push the door, and then hear quite clearly murmuring in a language you have no idea what's been said, coming from the room coming from the room to the north.
You can actually open the door?
That's as he opens the door.
Right, yep, okay.
Okay.
On the plus side, obviously you opened it quiet enough because you can hear the murmuring on the other side.
That's right. I did a good job. That's what I tell myself and it works.
Okay, as
And that's what voice in your head tells you too.
You don't know about that bullshit.
and
Thanks for the whole
as you look in, you see that this is a barren room. Contains an upraised dais on which sits a marble throne. To either side's a statue of a man clutching a book and a glaive, and there appears to be a ghostly figure seated on the throne, an image of the same man that appears in the statues. He appears to be addressing people, moving his hands, his fingers decorated with hooked rings, and he's still speaking in a murmuring, strange language.
Okay. Well, Cordo's going to have a look around the room, in around behind the statue, all that sort of stuff.
The statues are against the wall.
I
I'm going to try like I mean like the throne.
The throne, okay.
Well, I mean, obviously, he'll look around the statues as well. But yeah, he'll start with the throne area.
Okay, so as Sparky steps into the room, I'm assuming you follow.
Yep.
Sparky hears the murmuring come clear, and hears in the same whispered voice, "Is upon us, but I command you remain. Witness my power, how Azalas' petty wrath is but a flash compared to my strength. Take my final work to your graves, and let memory be the last thing you." And then it stops. And the murmuring stops, and it goes out while the clear voice of it stops, and it goes back to murmuring.
I relay what I just heard to the party. Did anyone else see that?
Everyone heard the murmuring.
I didn't hear the clearness that I heard. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Can you just read that to me again? I'll make sure I got it right. So that's all.
Is upon us, but I command you remain. Witness my power, how Azalas' petty wrath is but a flash compared to my strength. Take my final works to your graves, and let its memory be the last thing you. Not disconcerting at all.
No. I'm just looking around. Is there any sort of works I would consider like available that the ghost might appreciate maybe?
You are in what you know to be a Thassilonian ruin.
Okay.
And you've seen a lot of stuff here dedicated to the god of greed. So maybe it's in one of the other rooms. Maybe the voice has been directing you where to find him.
Yeah.
Not creepy at all.
No. This is of course not creepy at all. I say in a very not confident voice.
At which point you also hear a glad to be of service. I will eat you later.
You will eat me later. I say that by accident.
These are kind of looks at you like, what?
Why didn't you guys do that?
No. Why would I eat you?
Okay. I think I might have to come in here. I've been hearing these voices when I've been down here.
No, you haven't. You hear in your ear.
shush, I'm talking to part of my party. And I say, he said he's going to eat me soon, and I think this might be the devil or the demon, I'm not sure. Did any of your party have problems with the devil or demon talking to you in the past?
And in your head, in your ear, you also hear, yes, they did, but they won't tell you.
I don't remember.
Okay. All I can say, whatever it is down here, and it's talking to me, and I don't like it, but it is talking to me only to me, seems to be, so far.
And
then, look at Harry, they get any response out of that?
And you do get a response, you hear but you really love it.
So Corda, who hadn't been paying half attention while he's looking around behind the phone and behind texting and all that. So what you're saying is you hear voices?
Yes. Voices from, I think, the Sandpoint Devil.
Sandpoint Devil's nowhere around here.
I'm pretty sure if it was a Sandpoint Devil, I would know. And he would be antagonizing me.
Okay. Something talking to me down here, and I'm just being aware there might be something down here. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. That's all.
And then you hear in your ear, of course you're correct, 100%. I am the Sandpoint Devil. I'm glad you know who I am.
You know, I'm just looking from side to side. I'm like,
I kind of pat Sparky on the head, like, it's okay, small dwarf gnome.
oh, my God. I feel the confidence, and I feel that you said, no, I'm looking at you today. Really? I was probably a bitch on top of your head, I was thinking at the time, but yeah. Okay.
So smooth.
Okay.
Well, remember, Jesus, he's not dumb as bricks, but he's probably got the least intelligence out of most of the party, I think.
I know. I thought I'd look at Parry, I was going to see if I could respond to me as those people, but yeah. But,
Parry's ignoring everyone as usual, until he's needed.
That's right. That's understandable. So yeah, okay. Well, we need to look for these, what the ghosts see. It's the ghost still there, isn't it? Still on the ground, isn't it? On the throne.
It is still on the throne, yeah.
We're here.
We're here, sorry. Yeah.
But, okay, so having looked around behind the phone and the bits and pieces, Corda hasn't found anything?
He has not found anything. This room is strangely clear of debris and has a bit of dust on it, but not as much as you'd expect for something that may have been sealed for a while. So you think it may have been cleaned in the last month?
Okay.
Don't worry, it's all Parry's doing.
Well, Corda's going to move off down to the double doors in the eastern wall.
Yep.
And as the others there say, you didn't hear anything on this one? In your head otherwise?
The head was a bit... What did I say in my head?
So as he says that, you hear the words, you heard nothing. Nothing whatsoever. There's nothing on the other side of that door.
I look at Corda going, like trying to use my eyes in the best way possible, saying, there might be something behind the door.
Corda is a trap?
I haven't checked the trap yet, let me check the traps. I checked the traps with a plus 15.
Plus 15. It feels like a trap.
Okay. I don't believe the door's trapped.
Nothing obvious, but it's a trap.
Is this why you're in my head? Is that alright?
Pretty much.
I want to kill this thing so bad. So I go,
Get a stab in the head. With the eye, that'll work.
use my own dagger. Yeah, okay, plan dagger. Yeah, great.
I go, okay. No, sorry. The door doesn't seem to be trapped. But,
Yeah.
let's be very, just be ready.
So, like I said, you want to open the door while I'm ready for it then?
Okay.
Then pull the door, keep yourself behind it.
Is it a pull or push door going on?
It looks like you can push it. It doesn't have handles, so each door you come across here, you can push either side. They go both ways. They swing both ways.
I push it forward.
It feels nice and warm on your hand as you push.
Okay. Get ready.
Like slime.
Push it forward.
Nice and warm.
Yeah. I'll push it forward and as soon as I feel I've pushed it further enough, I get my shield dagger.
Okay, and as you let go, the door starts to close.
I'll step forward there and put in the door to keep pushing it as he takes a look inside.
Okay, inside this room, it seems to have its own light source in here. You see 3 low tables, their tops covered with a strange and chilling selection of tools, saws, long-bladed knives, and objects whose purposes are not readily apparent. A strange collection of bones lies near the southern table, too many to be one skeleton, but too few to be two.
Okay. But they appear to be human bones?
You'd assume so. Hard to tell unless you go to the pile and go through it.
Yeah, okay. Well, initially it'll be a case of just...
They are missing skulls, by the way. So there's no skulls amongst the pile that you can see from here. But you have seen skulls recently, so you're not going to
use the whole life.
This is giving me very crossover vibes, yo. By the way.
I know, that's funny.
Cora will step in. Excuse me. And we'll have a look at the bones first of all to make sure the skeletons are about to get up and run around.
They seem to be just old bones.
Okay.
And it just basically, as you pick them up, they just turn to dust and crumble. They're that fragile.
Well, certainly Cordo's mainly going for a cursory look around, basically saying, no demons hiding here. And then he'll look to head out to the southern double doors.
Isn't there other stuff in here? I thought it was marked as
There is stuff on the tables.
Yeah.
True. But okay, Cordo's working on the idea that as a player, I'm not suggesting for a moment there's not stuff in here that we're going for.
Yeah.
Corda is...
I call it Yeah.
Something on the table catches Sparky's eye.
So, as a player, I'd be very happy if others had a good look around and actually found stuff.
I would like to look for traps along the trailblazing weapons, like a plus 15.
Okay. You don't see that there are any traps here, but you do see that one of the items on the table, the easternmost table, is not a surgical tool.
What is it?
It's a silver and gold 7-pointed star.
7-point star.
Actually, like a heat on moon.
And one surface is studded with nodules and blades, and the other features a thin curved handle. So it looks to be a Sahedron key of some sort.
Surely this is what we need to take. I don't. What is it? Okay, so I would know what it's around the kind of 7 that what we've been doing so far.
It would look quite similar to the big room that we had when we were trying to get into this level.
Yep.
E2.
That's E1 was where you had it. The door between E1 and E2.
Yeah.
And so I mean, potentially, I've discovered this medallion might have actually fitted amongst the craftsmanship on that door, and it might have been a key.
Okay. When Mark gets back, I'll...
Yeah, sorry, just had to pick something up so the cat didn't try to poop on it.
No, that's okay.
Pillows on the floor are free game for him at the moment.
Okay. I think this is... We would need this. Is it a medallion that's got like a chain around it, that I can pick it up by the chain at all? Or?
It's got a handle.
Handle. I think we need to pick this up. It might be handy later. And if Cordo hasn't gone out of the room yet.
Cordo probably most of the way out if he's not there yet.
Yeah.
You've got to remember also, Cordo is working hard on avoiding picking things up.
Yeah, no. That's why I thought I'll pick it up by the handle. After I feel there's not any traps around here for me picking it up, but I'm very careful how I pick it up. I don't want to touch anything but the handle. So.
Okay, so as you go to touch it, you hear a boom in your ear.
Okay.
Apparently from the same voice that's been talking to you the whole time. Just as you're about to touch it.
Go on. Funny, I say, with my head. I go. I pick it up.
Mm-hmm. You feel all tingly.
Okay.
If you had hair, it'd stand up.
Okay. If I have some cloth, can I wrap it around with some cloth or something like that and
You can.
put it in the backpack? Because I feel that I don't want to hold it. The cloth might not do as much as what a iron box would do. But I thought, okay, I'll hang on to it and go, it might be handy. I just don't know when I'm going to need it, that's all. I feel like we're going to need it for something. So, and if I pick that up, I'll look around and anything else happen at all in this area? Or?
Nothing else happens in this area. Just have to grab my cat again.
Okay.
Come on, buddy. Just trying to stop him having issues where he's not supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you go. It's one of those times where he sounds like he's going to do something he's not supposed to.
Yeah, and then he runs away.
Yeah, and then the moment you don't get up and do something, you then smell it. Okay, so he's now settled somewhere. Hopefully that means I'm not going to start gagging in a moment.
Hopefully not.
Okay.
So I'll pick it up, I'll put it in my backpack, and then if Corda's going down south, I'll look back up north. Can I still hear the murders open the door?
You can. Well, unless someone's held it open, they'll shut.
Okay,
Okay. Cool. Okay. If I wasn't held open, then I'll probably be hearing it.
Which means, technically, we probably left Luna behind those shut doors, but hey. That's if we actually got her out of the...
I don't think Luna left the library.
No. Makes a lot of sense now. Okay, I'll start heading south to the Corda and...
So, Corda gone up to the north and the south, and we'll take a listen.
Okay, you take a listen. What is your bonus again?
+1.
Okay. As you listen, you hear a bit of a hum the closer you get to the door.
Okay.
You feel as if the door has some sort of ward on it. You don't recommend touching it.
Okay.
It seems to be made out of stone, and while it has no handles like most of the other doors, it has an indented outline of a 7-pointed star Each shaped, covered by hollows and slits, where you'd expect to see handles.
Okay. Assuming the others are still looking in the other room at the moment, Cormac's going to effectively try and do a bit of the manipulation of the carving. Again, arms will then be up, like the shard of green will be up in the vicinity of the door, but...
Do you have any thieves' tools?
No, he's not trying to actually do anything like that to the basketball, okay, so feeling if the symbol itself will appear to move with hands. So.
Well, you realise that the symbol is a cutaway, so it's actually missing.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. So it's not like the one on that would lead into room 2, E2. So.
He's not like that one at all. This one is the absence is the shape of the rune.
Right. Well, I'm guessing that Corno will be taking a little bit of time determining that. Probably about the time that the others will catch up.
Okay.
I shouldn't talk on mute. I said, I would walk down after I picked up the thing and got it from the bag. I go, hey, cool, what have you found? The door stuck, is it?
Looks like another of those magic lock type things or something. There's another of the rune type symbols, although this is inverted.
Really? I go out of the backpack, I take out the item, I just put it back in there, and I go,
It's the same size.
same size. Round about this size? And I hang on to the handle like shown.
Right?
I'm thinking you
I'm having a private mental note of the. Where did you get that?
What's in the other bag?
It's so nice. So keep it.
Oh, hang on. Just hold yourself back, Corda. This might open this door. It's the most important thing, isn't it? Not just
No. It was purely mental note. Exactly. But yeah, well, looks like it could be a key.
Okay. Am I high enough to put it into the stone wall?
Yes, it is about waist height.
Okay.
Sort of where you'd see a handle.
Yeah.
Remember, you're a dwarf. You're a dwarf, not actually a noble halfling.
I know, but I'm still short, okay?
Would you like to get a shrinking potion?
No, it's okay, mate. It's fine, it's okay. Just have to make sure I cover my bases. I will slowly try to make sure when I push it in, it sits like in one, I do it in one kind of motion, if it makes sense.
We're slowly whittling your morale down.
You're doing a very good job.
And as you're putting it in there, you hear in your ear, da da da.
That's it. You wait till the next one I say, and then I put it in.
What we're talking 13 seconds?
Probably, actually, I wouldn't be surprised. I try to slot into the stone wall door kind of thing, and make sure I put it in the right way kind of thing. So.
As you put it in, it seems to slip from your fingers with a click.
Okay. And what happens now? Anything happen?
Well, it seems to be stuck in there.
Okay.
Do you want to get it out, or do you want to turn it?
I shall try to turn it.
As you turn it, you hear a clicking sound coming from the door.
Yep.
You think you've unlocked the door.
Okay. You ready, Corda?
Always.
Alright. You ready, Loser? Yeah. No problem, Sparky. Okay.
And then you hear a, no, I'm not ready. Come back later.
I push the door open because I'm not listening to that person anymore.
Anymore.
At the start I did listen to it, then I got a bit freaked out, and then now I'm going to go away for it.
He wasn't necessarily a friend. Is that what you think?
No.
Okay, so the door opens and you find that this area here has a bit of a flickering light. And what appears to be the remains of some magical circle in the center glowing orange, with a big chunk of it melted out of the side. And underneath that is a lava pit. You can feel the heat rising up out of it. Go, Em?
Look at all you gorgeous people. Oh,
There you go.
Hey, Josh, how you doing?
I'm alright.
It's something as a parry.
Gas queen.
Arrived just in time.
Every time. Every time.
Initiative.
Not yet.
Almost.
A nice big arcane summoning circle.
A nice big broken arcane summoning circle.
I'm wearing it naked.
Again?
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
You said arcane summoning circle. Oh wait, you said summoning circle. Not sexual circle. God.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they broke it.
Could you just punch Harry, please?
When I was inside Harry's body, did I know all these history about how bad Harry's released mental form or not?
No.
Okay.
You never actually got to see his blow by blow.
Okay, that's fine.
You just got extremely dirty.
Not as bad as my belt, I think, but anyway, okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
No,
That's
the
magical.
does try to actually punch Harry when he
Yeah.
gets past Harry.
Hey.
Did you decide on this?
I'd say this might be the item the Murmur person was talking about. Or might be something inside this catacomb. Is it a catacomb? Is it like an ancient grave kind of thing, or king or something like that, is it? Sorry.
This here is what appears to be a containment room.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, hi everyone, I'm Josh. I've been Harry Hunter, the buffest wizard known to man.
Thank you.
Sexual deviant and made of muscle.
And currently getting beat up by Duzo.
Probably.
I don't know. You actually opened the door for us to get in here, so that's okay.
That's good.
But required them to ask you explicitly for it to happen.
I was only going to ask you what I went to play that.
Pride. I've got to ask.
Hmm?
Is that because of the pride?
Yes, a lot because of the pride.
Mm.
He wanted to be asked what to do, not to just volunteer it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Josh would like that.
Yeah.
Okay, can I...
Okay.
Okay, go.
Sorry, go, Mark.
I was just going to say, I was going to do a quick search around the room for traps first, make sure it's all good, and then I'll let people come in, if that's okay.
Okay.
You, 15 plus 15.
You feel as if there are absolutely no traps here to see whatsoever. It's not a trap. This room's not a trap at all. Believe me.
It's
Absolutely. This looks okay. You can all enter.
Okay, so we've got a lava pit in the centre of the room.
Mm-hmm.
We've got some alcoves at the other side of the room, and a big summoning circle that was located around the pit. Or
The pit is underneath where the summoning circle was. The summoning circle sat across it. You think it was incorporated in the actual seal.
Right. So the summoning circle is now broken.
The summoning circle is now broken.
But there's obviously nothing in here right now.
Nothing that you can see.
Okay. Well, Cora will go and check out the alcoves then, I guess.
Okay. So as Corda's checking out the alcoves, what is everyone else doing?
He'll start with the alcove. Well, looking at
Harry
it,
would like to.
What was Harry doing?
Harry would like to investigate the summoning circle.
Okay. So he's at the summoning circle. Corda's going to which alcove? The east or the
one of
west?
the eastern side. East.
What is Doomsday doing?
I don't know, still probably trying to be up Harry.
Oh, why?
Yep, Perry seems to be smiling the entire time.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'll go to the other alcove.
I don't know what's worse. Do you enjoy the fact that I'm beating you up? Or that I'm still doing it?
Bit of column A, bit of column B.
I suppose I'll let Harry up to go look at something.
It's the parties.
But I'm just gonna be like moody in the background.
Okay, so I'm going to get each of you to give me a perception roll. This one's not secret.
Perception.
19 for Corda.
Scrolling to find perception.
It's normally going to be at the top of your character sheet.
Yeah, no, I
Skill check.
mine's on a Google Doc, so it could literally be anywhere on the page.
26 for Sparky.
Doomsday.
Just me a sec.
That's a weird number. Give me a sec. I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood.
23.
And Parry, what was Parry's initiative?
28.
Yeah, I rolled blue.
Okay, Parry.
The better perception? I should maybe call him Harry.
Give me a Arcana check as you're examining the circle.
Arcana. Plus lots, I think. Yes, it is. Just plus lots. 34.
34. Looking at this thing, it looks as if it was a summoning and binding circle for some form of demon.
Oh. Great.
And blood sacrifice would have been used to break the barrier.
Oh, great.
And you think that a bunch of goblin children were used to actually do that sacrifice?
Oh, even better.
Because, well, this is what the people you rescued were saved from.
Yeah.
Well, isn't this just confirmation of stuff that we knew
Already, yes.
Yes, but not all the party knew.
No.
Well,
No,
we don't necessarily know yet either, because I don't know when Carrie actually talked about it.
Well, we did tell you what we did here and what we heard, but that we didn't really confirm.
Yeah.
But hey, if it was described at all, Corda's main reaction would be, yeah, wow. Good news for a goblin baby, really?
So the question is, where's this thing that got summoned?
And then we're up to Sparky, looking at the western alcove.
Asking the question, so what happened to the got summoned?
Well, there was a reason I asked where everyone was.
Yeah.
Well, I picked the best one. I gotta
So the only thing in this alcove you see is what appears to be a silver coffer with the Sahedron rune on it. And he hears a voice in his ear going, "You don't want to open it."
I wonder if it's reverse psychology or reverse psychology or reverse psychology.
How much does Sparky want to open it?
Is it shiny enough?
So the silver, like a little jewelry box, is what you're saying?
It is.
I after being told by a voice he trusts so well you don't want to open it.
Trust. Trust is not in the whole thing with this voice.
In the voice we trust.
Can I just do a quick chat check just to be safe? Because it's a trust issue here.
You can.
What's 16?
Looking at it, this is obviously not trapped whatsoever, no matter what the voices have been saying to you.
I have faith in my
Can I make
character.
you feel better?
Yes, 100%. Hey, I got 2 20s for me, so I'm quite happy with that check now. So, I will. Does it seem to be locked at the moment, or is it just?
It does not.
So.
Even has places where you put your thumbs when you open it.
Well, no, I'm using my dagger to open this, not just lift the lid kind of thing. I don't use my thumbs to open it. So. I'm going to find it where I can just put my dagger on it and just slowly open it and see what's in there.
Okay, and that's the end of your turn. Okay, yeah. Moving over to Duza. Are you actually trying to do anything to parry right now?
No, not currently. As I said, I'm just now moving in the background.
That's good.
Okay. What is your character's perception?
My character's perception is +11.
Okay, so as at the end of your turn, you do notice a shadowy form appear right behind Parry. But don't worry, you don't get a chance to call out as it attacks him.
Yay!
I'm gonna want. Never mind.
Hey, douche canoe.
So okay, it hits an armor class of 21.
Is that you?
Yes, it is me.
Okay. That's disturbing if I'm reading the number on that die correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I rolled badly. And when I say I roll badly, I rolled a 4.
Yeah, I was thinking that was
Yeah, so
another
he's 21.
He's still hit 21, yes. I said it, then I'll do that.
Yep.
Of course, it was a bit of a surprise, so that might have got bonuses in for it.
No, I didn't give him any bonuses whatsoever for surprise.
Darkness and Jade.
That's
Okay.
even more scary.
So he does 14 points of piercing damage,
Ow.
noting that Parry already had 16 points of damage.
Still standing.
So that means he's now got 30 damage all up.
Double 6.
And then he swings at you a second time.
Okay, that was his first attack.
Yeah. Carol's gonna go down already.
Yeah. Well, I looked at the circle.
Oh, this was my ass.
I was with an old man.
Okay, so that is an armor class of 20.
That's the number to get.
Magic number.
Mm-hmm.
Not as much damage, but hey.
Probably still more than 6, though.
Yeah, still more than 6.
So that would be 11 points of slashing damage.
Yeah, go for it.
Does Parry have does he have the medicine skill?
The medicine skill.
Yeah. As in, like, being able to do 3 wounds on yourself?
No.
And then as his last act, he pushes Parry into the lava.
Whee!
Wait, as long?
Yeah.
So, we're saying Parry hot is going to get pretty hot?
Yep.
Corda is now up as he sees this happen.
And, so, what's the creature that just attacked him?
It appears to be a cross between a humanoid bat and a goblin.
No.
Okay. And how far is this from me at the present time? Because I was looking at it, heading, or he's looking towards, or heading towards the eastern.
Okay, so if you can see, so you would have been standing where that finger is.
Yep. Yep.
Parry Hotter would have been standing roughly about here,
Okay. So.
and it would have been there.
Yep. Okay. And they 5 foot squares today.
They are 5 foot squares.
So he's basically within melee range of me.
He is, but you can actually grab Harry Potter if you wish to.
Please say Bubba's was at least just like throw him out of the wall.
Of all people to ask this question to.
Yeah. Listen, I haven't got any favors in this party, okay?
I mean, sure, she's not gonna do it.
To be honest, you're talking to the person who stabbed Harry after Harry went boo in the
Exactly. Okay.
You got your grievances out. Do as soon as have his grievances.
You just want me as a punching bag.
But basically, so Harry is next to Cordar, as is the creature.
Yep.
Harry will go with a shield bash on Parry. Right. Cordar will go with a shield bash on Parry to try and effectively deflect the push away from the lava.
Give me an athletics roll because you're doing a shove.
Yep.
Which can push a person into another square.
Yep. 17.
I love that we have actual rolls for all these different things.
29.
Okay, you shove Parry into the square to the north.
Okay. He doesn't fall in the lava, might take more damage. And then we'll go for a stab at the creature.
Okay. Though it does count as a second attack this round. Because a shove counts as an attack.
Yep. Okay. So 19, 14, 18, 32.
That is a hit, not a crit.
Is this thing going to take fire damage at all?
You do not know.
Okay, well, it's more worth rolling the d6 worth of fire damage.
Always worth rolling and telling me what it is.
D8.
Though you do think, considering it was trapped over lava, fire might not do as much as you'd like.
Well, I'm not expecting it. That's quite well before rolling, but I'll chuck the d6 and let you know. Great. 2d8 and a d6. The 2d8 gives me a total of 2, and the d6 gives me 6. So it's a total of 7 points of natural slashing and potentially 6 points of fire.
Okay, you think it was partially doing stuff. So how much was the physical again?
7. 7 slashing.
Mm-hmm. You don't think the fire did anything?
No, so I wasn't really effective with it. And it's not going to be even more parry the results. He won't try and go to the ray shield. He will go for another strike.
Mm-hmm.
It will still be at plus 14 because the tactic strike may. I have an answer for this. Actually, I'll double check. I'll just double check the. No, so that's a miss, so I don't think that doesn't affect. So that means it's going to be a minus 10 to the roll. 32 was a hit, not critical. No, we'll go for Razor Shield.
Always good not to open yourself up for pain.
Well, for the idea, the likelihood of a critical miss, I think it was high. I don't know if the shield is actually make a huge difference to the AC, but we'll see how we go. If he hits AC 21 on a 4, but yeah. And that will be Cordar. So I'm guessing, does the shove mean that Cordar can effectively move into that square that where Harry Potter was?
I'm happy to say if you'd like to.
I'm not actually wanting to, because hey, it just makes it easier to push people in the lava war. But if the shove involves a step, I'll accept that. But if I could be staying down on the square in front of the alcove, I'm happy with that, and be hitting it diagonally, that's preferable.
I'm happy for you to have not moved.
Cool.
Okay, so that brings us to Sparky. What does Sparky do, seeing Parry get taken out?
I feel upset in some way because we have a bond now, me and Sparky. Parry, sorry. Can't have a bond with myself. We can, but that starts to voices in the head, you know, talking about myself in the third person, you know, things are going to start.
You save that for your private time.
Yes, I do.
Would you be more concerned about seeing Parry go down or seeing the monsters hit him? That happens to be talking in the same voice as his voice in his head, probably.
This thing hasn't spoken yet either, so
It has
I don't
not.
know, eh? No, so till it speaks, I don't know what it is. So I'm just for. Is there any way for me to move around to help to flank it to quarter?
You can. So Claudia's standing here. You can go up and across here.
Yeah. Yep. If I could do that with my.
Can you go 25 feet?
Oh, I don't think 20 feet got my head off. Hang on. Let me just
20 feet stops you there, and you can potentially help Parry.
Or you can take another move and then attack.
You've
You've got 3 actions.
I don't know. I'm just going to confirm my move because I thought it was just slower. Yeah, I'm only 20 feet, so yeah, 20 feet. So if that's the case, then I can move to there. Can I further? Do I feel parried in the same spot right now? Is he just away from the monster enough? Or?
The monster can coup de grace him if it wishes to.
Okay, I'd like to move parry.
Would be something to attack of opportunity if the opportunity.
Well, all it has to do is strike him. It's considered a critical hit and will do 2 points of dying to him. It's no special action to do so.
Oh, okay, it's not like the So I was in the mind of Pathfinder 1, where it was like with Wrath of the Immortals, Wrath of the Galactus, where you've got the coup de grace action. That's a action.
Oh no, what I mean is the creature within range of parry right now. Like,
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, that's my thing. That's cool. Okay.
Quarter stopped it going into the lava, but that didn't kept you within any range of the creature.
Okay. I'd like to pull parry out. Parry's right next to me right now, out of that area. Kind of like not a beta switch, but kind of like all try to step in between the monster and parry. So I've got a bit of
You can't step between the monster and Harry, but you can stand over Parry.
Okay, I'll stand over parry. So and would that be an action to do?
That would be an action to do so. Even a step is an action.
Yeah.
One action left.
My next
You are
one.
within melee range of the creature.
Oh,
With flanking, I think, or not?
Technically, yes.
yes. Okay. I will have a stab. Now, it's not a incorporeal creature, so it doesn't like go touch my wood. I don't think it'll do anything here. But okay, I'll just do a stab with the dagger. So, 32.
32 is a hit,
Yep.
Not critical.
not a critical.
Won't be a lot, but I'll give it a go. That is a total of 9 points of piercing, stabbing, magical damage. Yeah. I feel like I do. Sorry. Yeah. Leave my friend alone.
So you do seem to have hurt it, and it turns and looks at you, and you hear coming from its head the voice that's been in your ear, "I'll save you for last."
And then it attacks quarter.
And then it is Deuce's turn.
Oh, so it's not actually attacking at all.
Technically, it was doing a free action.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so it's not a
I
two.
think it's after.
Did we hear that, or was it only in Spiky's head?
You did hear that, and Parry's turn got switched to before the creature because the creature took him down.
Oh, right. Yep, that makes sense.
Because that way he has a full round of people reaching him before he starts his dying checks.
Yep. I mean, I wasn't being carried up, but I was still pretty much next to him, so that means I should be next to this dark creature.
I would expect you would be in probably that square.
Yeah, because I said I was breeding in the corner next to Parry, so
Okay.
that makes sense.
Yep. So you're right next to it. You got melee and you got flanking if you want to. Makes it different for you.
I will hunt him up as my first action.
Okay. You feel your mark sink in.
Mm-hmm. I will. Now I can't quick roll both, or can I? I can't remember.
You can quick draw, I believe, one axe at a time.
Yeah, okay, great. So I'll quick roll my first action attack. Uh, 31 to hit.
31 is a hit, not a crit.
Yep. Wow, that is a really good roll. 7 and an 8 on the 2d8.
Come on, better than my 2 ones.
What is my strength? My strength is so probably 20 damage.
And remember, you have to type your damage.
Huh?
If your damage has no type, then it could potentially not go through.
Like your actions do slashing damage to that?
Yeah. Sorry, so 20 points of slashing.
And it's magical as well, in magical axes?
No, they are magical.
Okay.
Okay.
They have potency and striking runes, and that's it.
That's magical.
Good?
Yeah. Because potency means you've got at least a +1.
Yeah.
And the striking means that they do more damage. So you definitely make, as soon as you've got the +1, that's magical.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then yes.
So yes, so where you might have been not that effective, you're far more effective.
Because when we talk about magical damage, yes, it's not just the idea of spell damage caused by magic, spells or something. It's the idea of damage caused by magical weapons.
Well, yes, both of them, because they both now have striking potency.
That's what I thought, yeah.
Okay, so your third action, you want to quick draw and double slice.
Yes, please.
Okay, so they're not agile weapons. Oh no, you get your hunter's mark flurry bonus.
That is true, which is basically the same as agile. Okay.
I think it's -3 to the attack instead of -5, or -4 if it was agile.
It's -3 and -2 with agile.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Effectively, you get a +2 on type stuff, so.
Yeah.
And with the flurry, they get both of the attacks at the same bonus because of the action.
Yeah.
But then they count as 2 attacks for a third attack, following attack.
Yeah.
You pinch from one to give to the other.
Yeah.
So I got a natural 20 on one of my rolls.
Mm-hmm.
How many hit?
Yeah.
So you want to give me the full score of that because it's...
Yeah, card carry critical.
So 20 plus 15.
35.
upgraded.
So 35 upgraded means it was a card critical, where it wouldn't have been a card critical if you got one less.
Wow.
Hey, demons are not to be trifled with.
Looks like she's playing with this one now. And is the second one here as well?
Probably.
What's the AC you hit? What target did you hit?
So 60 plus. So that would be.
Just the -2 for the agile with to your normal bonus.
So that can't critical my goals then, so. Yeah, sorry, but I mean. So 3 plus 15 plus. So it would be 33 for that first hit.
In which case it wasn't a card critical.
That's fine.
So what was the bonus? What was the total bonus there? So 13 plus. So on the other one was hit AC. You said it was a 16 hit on the die.
Yep.
So hit AC 29.
Okay, so it was 1 crit, 1 hit. The crit is basically double damage.
Yep.
I was looking for the card that says no more voices in my head. That's what I was looking for. But that's okay.
She's using a slashing weapon, so Warpool is in there.
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know there was such a thing. Sorry. I was just being a smart ass. That's all.
And Sparky was in range.
Oh.
No more voice in your head if I take your health.
How much damage was that, Em?
51.
61 or 51?
50. Sorry.
Okay. You felt that.
So 17 doubled on the first hit.
Yep. 34.
And then I rolled a double 6 plus 5 on the second one, so that's a total of 51.
Okay, so Parry, you get to make a flat d20 check, aiming to get at least an 11 on the dice roll.
Yep.
As you're hearing in your head the words to "staying alive, staying alive."
Yeah.
Sorry.
You've got to stay alive long enough for you to be the last one you killed. Otherwise, you'll lie. And demons don't lie.
Well, he actually said that to Sparky.
Oh, okay, you did it.
So making death save?
Death save.
Yep.
Hey. 12.
12. You are stabilized.
The scary thing, after doing, 51 plus, what was the damage I did before, was 20. So what's that? 71 damage?
Still standing.
He's still standing.
He is.
He might be severely hurt up, but he's still standing.
I've certainly done a lot of damage, hopefully.
As he turns and looks at Doomsday, you see his fangs double in size.
Oh, great.
As he tries to bite you. Apparently, he doesn't need dinner. He gets a 22 to hit you. Does a 22 hit you?
It is the magic number.
Okay. Well, this is going to hurt then.
I'm assuming that the bite is a natural attack that it can do without attacking attack opportunity.
Yes, he can do its natural attacks without provoking.
I did think it was likely, but hey, try.
Okay, so that ends up being 19 points of piercing damage,
Ouch.
5 points of poison damage, And 4 points of persistent poison damage.
I'd avoid getting bit next time.
Hey, come on. Magic number. Magic bloody number.
As you realise, some of its teeth are stuck in your arm.
So what I'm hearing is that he used minimum effort, just what he needed to do.
What was the roll on the dice? I missed it.
And then his claws elongate. And he gets a 27.
Not enough to it?
On me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hit, not a bird.
I guess he's trying to return the favour.
So,
This time he only does 11 slashing damage.
great. I'm very glad that I didn't take much damage. Fine.
And then he swings at you with a second claw. Hitting armor class 23.
Ah,
That sounds familiar.
This time he does 19 points of slashing damage.
what was the total damage that was just on him? Sorry, I'm not
30 on the spores, I didn't know what the first one was.
Because he had 4 points persistent poison, 4 points persistent poison. But I don't know what the bite was. So.
Sorry, Mom.
That's okay, I'm just trying to remember it. So I did have 5 points of poison in the first attack. Plus, I believe I did... I think it was
What was
about...
the last you were rolling?
The second one was 11 damage, I know that much.
Yeah.
And then I think it was... well, I'll roll the dice again because I can't remember.
Oh, that's alright. I don't think I've gone down, but I'm certainly not looking that good now.
Well, rolling again, it turned out to be 20 damage. So that's 20, 31, 40, 50, 55 damage.
Standing, but not good.
It's okay, he returned the favour.
Yeah, apparently.
And now it is Cordar's turn.
He did less to you than you did to him.
That's true. If he did almost equal to what I did, I'd only have like 5%.
Okay, I was going to call it out ago. Be safe, I'm sure. 13. Do you get any bonus for flanking?
You do get bonus for flanking.
Is it +1 or +2 or?
It reduces his armor class.
We use armor class? Okay, yeah. 13, 22, 32.
32 is just a hit.
Yeah.
So close to that crit.
Yeah. At least the damage is a little bit better this time, because the winding on the fire damage this time. So. Total of 15 points of magical slashing.
15 magical slashing.
And 16, 26, 30. For another 13 points of magical slashing damage, and both the attacks had 1 fire damage. But I would assume that makes no effect.
Okay, so with your second blow, he shimmers away as Sparky hears a, "I'll be seeing you, pretty one."
I don't suppose he's shimmering allows opportunity attack or anything?
You think you unsummon him, which doesn't mean he can't come back.
Okay. But we only heard it was only Sparky that heard the I'll be seeing another one.
Pretty much. He said pretty one.
P11, so.
Oh, pretty. Well, pretty. Oh, that's so good.
Little one would make much more sense. From Cornar's perspective there, the demonic creature has been removed, eliminated, job done.
I just say he thinks he might be back to me. So just be careful. Hey, by the way, we need to somebody's unconscious here. I look down.
You feel slightly aroused as you look down, hearing Harry's dreams.
No! Oh!
I said slightly.
Okay. Oh! Yeah. As far as I go. Okay. So he's unconscious.
He is smiling.
Yeah, that looks creepy. Okay, so how do we summon the demon then? Because I don't think anyone summoned him, did they? Did this person below me?
Cornar's looking around for saying if you think he might be back, but obviously it's been here for a while because the rumours of the demon have been around for a while. So presumably if it was him, then he did it last time you were here.
Okay, so it's been stuck in this place for a while, sounds like that, what you're telling me. Okay. That makes sense-ish. But, okay, do we want to just leave this room? Or do we really want to hang around it? Oh, by the way, there's a silver jewelry box in the corner there. I haven't touched it yet.
Cornar's going for the taking a look at the eastern alcove. Again, he doesn't necessarily want to be the one to pick up.
In the eastern alcove, you see what appear to be 60 candles.
Okay.
Unlike any candle you've seen. They smell strange. Do not smell of wax at all.
Well, he'll like basically open his pouch underneath the shelf and swipe the candles into it.
If he's not worried about the trinket box, I'll just...
That could be other alcoves. So.
Yeah, I know, but I was going to go back over there and with some cloths pick it up and then put it in my bag. Because I have a feeling it's related to the summoning situation.
And as you pick up the box, you hear, "You don't really want to pick me up."
I don't really want to hear you either. I say that.
And
always get what you want.
And someone doesn't revive Parry.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
Okay. Oh, it's for Parry.
As far as Cornar's concerned, he will carry Parry back, working on the idea that while he's unconscious,
he doesn't have to talk to
danger for himself and others.
Okay. If we have time to put a roll on him, I think I'll do that when we have time to do it. But
you can do the once per day battlefield healing.
Can do that. If I get a chance to before Jeremy chucks him over his shoulder, I'll give it a go.
Cornar's not going to pick up yet, but it's sort of in the as far as Cornar's concerned, it'd be best to carry around that unconscious. It'd be safe for all involved.
I'll do the normal roll. I won't do anything special, man. Based on my rolls with my dice and medicine checks.
Okay, so give me a roll.
It is 26.
Okay, so that is 48.
Okay. Oh.
You did do something special. You critically succeeded in healing him. Obviously, you have that connection going.
So that is 3 on the first 2 dice, and then I had 14 on the second 2 dice.
So 7 parries on 17 damage.
There you go.
Yay.
My tattooed brother, I'm going to say.
It's good to know
Someone
what was the
Someone
one party
cares.
that had the connection to me.
And Parry has no idea what struck him, but he still has this song in his head going, "Staying alive, staying alive."
Yeah.
And I just look at him. Did you do anything to that summoning circle? When he wakes up? Oh, we,
All Parry remembers is the fact that he looked at the summoning circle, and next thing you know, he doesn't remember anything.
Someone stabbed him in the back.
yeah, there was a demon here that just thought they were hungry and wanted to push it in lava, so, and so Jeremy even saved you. Just put it out there.
Okay, that's asking me
What are they
out to
taking?
a whole new level.
Which is an amusing thing considering there's no Jeremy in the room.
No, I said quarter, I meant quarter, I do apologise. So, my apologies there, mate.
It's all good, I just thought I'd point that out.
Yeah,
You're about as likely.
So, yes, you're awake. You see that the glowing lava pool's right next to you. And you see that Sparky has a silver box in his hand. Her hand.
Just like casually knock it into the water. It's fine.
You do? You can give it a go if you want.
I was saying that more as a
Yeah, I know, yes.
character, but
Yeah, I know. That's fair. I'm thinking we all go back to the library to see if Luna's actually finished all the books yet. And then maybe have a break for tonight till next fortnight.
I certainly think it's a good place to pause, and
Yes.
the library probably a good place as any to at least pause in, not necessarily say we're resting up there, but
Yeah.
it might be a place for at least a half hour or so. If you want to do a bit of healing. After an hour or so, it might be, some people might need more than, it might be an hour required for the next healing for some people. So.
You can spend a bit of time.
Yeah.
So that's a good point for us to finish up tonight then, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Because I think also, yes, the idea that potentially effectively waiting down here for even an hour or two total before moving on anywhere, or at least there's more places to explore, but we don't necessarily want to leave this location for at least a couple of hours to give time for, hey, if this demon's coming back again, we'll see if he comes back immediately. But otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, very humble.
All good? Okay, well, thank you very much all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Game should be on as normal next week.
Yep, so I will see you on Tuesday or Wednesday or next week.
Birthday game! Yay!
Okay then.
Okay.
Thanks,
Okay.
Alex.
I'll see you later. You're welcome to stay on and chat for a few minutes afterwards if you wish to.
Yeah, we will.
Okay. I'm tired, I'm going to get to bed.
Good night.
Have a good night. And good night, Victor, from about 3 hours ago.